Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, wishing for Uncle Joe's simpler times, Space Lord Pajamas. Let's introduce our intrepid heroes, Tyler, Dwayne, Tiffany, and Steve. How you doing, kids?
Boo! This is Eldritch Echoes. How y'all doing? I'll be playing Rivik tonight.
Cool.
Simpler Times is the stupidest, shittiest beer. Don't drink it.
Okay.
Hot takes from Eldritch Echoes.
All right. For all you Simpler Times fans out there, the opinions of Eldritch Echoes does not really.
Sean's never drunken
opinions.
Simpler Times beer.
No, I have. It's
Moving
It's,
on. How's the next person?
And Sean just went quiet.
and then it's
We're
a beer.
waiting for somebody to save this, but they're not doing it.
No,
Hey,
we want to
guys.
see. We want to see it. Continue, Sean. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So at the top of the show here, I just want to point out that we're still in a moment of history. The struggle for racial equality is real. Black Lives Matter. Take pride and never stop supporting the LGBTQ community. Bullying and sexual harassment are not cool, and that's putting it lightly. And we are here at Vorpal Tales have decided to examine ourselves and be sure we're being the best allies we can be and encourage others to do the same. Check out our Twitter website and just follow the social media tags to get involved. And with that said, for those of you following here along at home, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Our current awesome adventure is Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. As always, we're using Roll20 and love Tyler, what's going on with your background? You're distracting me.
I told you not to look at my screen. Carry on.
I have to look at video. You're just all up in my bizzle. As always, we're using Roll20 and love that we can come together online and game using such a fantastic tool. Thanks always to Syrinscape for filling our ear holes with the sounds of epic tabletop. And make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. Also, be sure to check out our other shows on the channel. Friday is Capes of Valor Future Fates with Voodoo Arcade running Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition. Don't forget that we have a new show running on Mondays as well, Mage 20th, Technocracy Reloaded, and Wednesdays on both Onyx Master Publishing Stream and here at Vorpal Tales. It's the new show, They Came From Beneath the Grave. Really awesome. You can also find us at Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, keyword Vorpal Tales. If you're new to the show and a longtime lurker, first-time watcher, please enjoy the cut of our subscribe buttons jib and click that like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Also, check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/vorpaltales. We appreciate all the love and support that you give us. And with the introduction out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. Tyler, if stranded on the hellish plains of Avernus with no food or supplies, which of your gaming companions would you eat first?
You wouldn't have to because you don't have to eat and drink in Avernus. It's part of the torture.
Damn, he got you, bro.
Come on, say it. Say it. You got to go with the joke. You got to say, yeah, but what if you're forced to eat or drink? Say it. Say it.
Right. What if a devil's about to kill a puppy and he's like, you have to eat one of your companions?
You, because you're a dick making up these weird rules.
No, I'm not there. It's one of your companions.
You're not there because I already ate your ass.
That's not true. I'm the DM who put you in Avernus, and there's a devil who's going to kill a puppy if you don't.
Well, this game's really gone off the rails then because I ate the DM.
I think that's kind of meta. I don't think it works that way.
My answer remains unchanged.
All right. So speaking of awkward moments at the dinner table, last week our intrepid heroes had left Baldur's Gate and started down the coastway towards Candlekeep, where they hoped to shed some light on the infernal goings-ons. The shield of the Hidden Lord continued to speak to Rivik to no avail. At the Worm's Crossing, not far outside the walls of Baldur's Gate, they came across many merchants hawking their wares. The paladin Raylan Albright attempted to purchase some fruit, only to find that one of his coin purses had been stashed away. Being the unobservant soul that he is, he was unable to detect where the pickpocket might have gone off to. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew were purchasing rations and other necessities for the road. Raylan stumbled upon a hidden figure, or more to say, they stumbled on him purposefully, revealing themselves to be Vendetta, the young tiefling from the Dungeon of the Dead 3. She had heard of the exploits of him and his friends, and wanted to join them. Raylan took him took her back to the rest of the crew and reintroduced them. Happy to have her along, Midnight regaled her of all the stories that she had missed since last seen her in the dungeons.
Mom, this is Vendetta. We are in love. There's nothing you can say to make our love that no one's ever felt before go away. She's moving in with us.
Okay.
This is a weird show.
Awkward silence.
And so yeah, they continued on for a day, resting at night without incident. Pressing on for the second day, they ran across a farmer in his cart. Yet it was not as it appeared, as a fiend-blooded Cambion accosted them with their 3 other evil warriors. The party quickly dispatched them, keeping one for interrogation. He claimed that he wanted the shield and that he would return it to his masters for the glory of the fiends. Cathra had heard enough and kicked the horse drawing the carriage, dragging the evil warrior along behind. The rest of the trip was uneventful till they got close to Candlekeep. As they rested for the evening, Rhea Mantimorn told them the story of her own town, Ethereal. She was saying how she proudly served it. How one day the devils had broken the walls and the people prayed for a savior. That savior came in the form of Zerial, an angel who rose up the cavalry of the city and marched towards the portal to hell and the fields of the dead. The angel led her host to the 9 hells itself, but only they returned. Now known as the Hellriders, they stood as the protectors of Ethereal, and it rose as a great nation. Now the Hellriders were all but lost. At the gates of Candlekeep, the warrior scholar monks required a book of unique value. Though they had several books on them that might pass, Midnight offered up her own journals as payment for entry. Inside, Fallister Fisk took them to meet his associate, Silvira Savakis, who helped them open the infernal puzzle box. Inside were iron plates decreeing Thavius Kreese's pledge to the Archdevil Zerial that would offer up his soul and all of those of Ethereal to her after 50 years of time. This sealed the notion that Krieg was behind all of everything that was going on bad and terrible in that place, and Silvira charged the group with helping Rhea bring back her city to the material plane. To do so, she would send them to the Wizard's Tower where a spell could be cast to have them enter hell itself. While the group prepped for the evening, Raylan attempted to take Vendetta out on a date to the only place that Candlekeep that he could, called pub called the Hearth. There they started their meal, but Vendetta took an interest in an ogre sitting and reading by the fire. The ogre proclaimed that he was Little One and told them the story of how he recovered a headband of intelligence after murdering a halfling. Attuning to the magical item, the ogre immediately felt complete remorse for his actions and has since strived to atone. Raylan traded a book with the ogre, to which he later gave to Midnight, which was stories of Ogma. Vendetta ended the evening, preventing Raylan from ending his night by the seaside, as Cathra suggested. And that's where we left it, with you guys tasked with going to hell. Heroes, what do you do?
It's about time.
We go to hell.
Do you?
First thing in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
Kethra gets out of bed and finds Raylan
Mm-hmm.
and says to him, "Did you follow my instruction with Vendetta?"
Yes. Yes, Kethra. That was, yeah. We had a
And
very
how did
good
it go?
night. It was very nice. We went to the pub, the apparently only place... Thank you so much.
He got sad trombone, Sean.
It was very nice. We went to the pub, apparently the only place to eat in the entirety of Candlekeep. Yeah, we watched the sunset, we walked around, and then she went home.
No. You forgot to mention she invited you to spend some time with her, and you said no.
I gotta go to
I
bed.
have no recollection of it happening that way.
All right, well, I guess that's better than nothing. Congratulations on your first step.
crashed and burned.
Kethra suddenly gets a vision of Vendetta dying horribly in hell, like getting being drowned in the river Styx.
Oh my god.
Not really.
I mean,
Maybe.
Vivek already thinks Midnight's gonna die in hell, apparently.
Who gave Tyler all these sound effects? And he's just playing
They've been
around
here the
with
whole
them now?
time. It's just the only moment in this game when it's appropriate.
Is it though? Is it?
Yes.
Yes,
it
because
is.
it's you.
Oh, okay. But no, your advice was great, and we had a good night. And I have to do my prayers now.
Quick
I don't
segue.
fuck this shit
Prayers
up.
because he slept in his own bed.
Oh,
By himself.
All right, leave him alone.
That's the problem. He is alone. We're trying to fix that.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
I'm not alone. I
Shade.
have a
I do
monitor.
not have. Wait, do I have an ice spell sound effect? Because it's appropriate right now.
Oh my-
I do.
I need.
Do you have the Incredible Hulk walk away song?
Oh yes, the sad Hulk. I need the coldest bath
I need
in all of
that.
Candlekeep.
When you first go to Avernus, Sean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just called Avernus, right?
No.
The
Well,
part of the book.
okay. So no, the next stage after this is actually titled Elthuriel.
Thank
Spoiler
you.
alert.
Well, because we have to go there for the portal that supposedly leads us down to hell. So I kind of assume that's where we were going next.
Possibly, maybe, not really. You're going to. So funny, you should bring that up, Steve.
Yes. Tell us about the nice vacation that we've won, Steve.
So the nice vacation that you won. Silvira tells you a wizard named Trexigor lives in
Elvira
the tower.
tells us?
Silvira. Big difference. Totally her sister. But a tiefling. A wizard named Trexigor lives in a tower 20 miles from here. I've loaned him a spell book or two, so he owes me a favor. I can have you delivered safely to his tower, and he can use a plane shift spell to take you straight to Ethereal. Even more importantly, Trexigor is looking after an old friend of mine, someone with a history of battling devils in the Nine Hells. I think you'll enjoy her company very much. Her name is Lulu.
I have a question.
You see that your
Oh.
hand is raised. Rayland Albright, is it? Mr. Paladin Albright? What is your
Yes.
question?
Yes, thank you. Yes, Raylan Albright, Paladin of the Monitor, Bringer of Justice, and all that awesomeness. If he has plane shift, can he just not send us to Avernus?
Right, that's what he's going to do.
He said Ethereal, which is the city that got blown up.
Mr. Albright, have you not been paying attention to anything that anybody's been saying around you?
Ethereal got sucked into hell. That's right. So if we go to the city, we're in. Got it. Nope, I'm caught up. I was still thinking the city was there because the city is where the city is, but the city's not where the city is. The city's where the city is now.
Steve, the epitome of the math meme.
No, I just
We're
feel
coming
like
out
this is Rayland in character. He's just like, he's really like, just his mind is just so stuck on his date last night, running it 1,000 times in his head.
Sweet. Cool. Let's do that.
So yeah, on the horses to the man.
Oh, really quickly before we go,
Mhm.
You do notice that Raylan did his morning prayers, got ready, and when he joined you for the morning, he has a different shield now. He is in fact carrying the shield of the lost Lord, the
Hidden
hidden
Lord.
Lord,
Mm-hmm.
the secret Lord,
Hidden Lord.
the missing Lord,
It's hidden Lord.
the hiding Lord.
Okay. Anyway, so Fallister kind of approaches you guys and is like, so
So it's a hide shield.
right.
Like it's.
Tyler, you can have an inspiration point.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
That was great, honestly.
So Fallister comes up to you guys. He's like, wish you well. Good luck. on all your journeys. I won't be joining you. I have to go do some spying.
Are you
on
sure? We've only
other
got
people.
7, people following us.
He's like, yeah, it seems like too many. Good luck again.
No,
Good luck.
you can come with us.
No, I think I'll stay here. Hell, doesn't sound like a good time to me.
But it's gonna be a hell of a time.
Funny one, you. I'm going. Bye. Good luck.
Good luck storming
Wait,
hell.
before he leaves, Midnight just looks at him, licks her hand, and then shakes his hand, and then just walks away.
He's like, oh, I'm going to assume that's a custom of your people, but okay.
It's not. She just felt like doing it. She wanted to know what his reaction would be for research purposes.
Oh, that's hilarious. I assume that's a custom of your people. It's not. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, Silvira ushers you to a crescent-shaped landing platform with a stunning view of the sea. Waiting for you atop this platform are several griffins with saddles, their handlers standing nearby to help you. Silvira tells you the griffins have instructions to fly you to Trexagor's tower, she says. And don't worry, it's totally safe. Totally safe. And it's at this point that Mortlock actually approaches you guys. He was waiting for you there, and he's like, so, it's been great. But I'm not going to hell. Sorry.
What?
I can't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I want to go there. I think I've got some atoning to do here because I feel like if I don't get myself straight, I'll see that place anyway. So, it's been great. Tell you what, I'll go set up a nice little spot for you where Ethereal probably should pop up if you guys succeed. And have some drinks, a nice tent, kind of a little celebration that you guys did what you needed to do. Right?
Are you gonna clean up your house as well?
Oh yeah, I guess that place does belong to me now. Huh.
You should probably make sure your brothers are not stuck in the chest anymore. Because they're
shit.
Might want to go
probably
feed
still
them.
in there.
You know what? It's on the way, so I'll stop at the house and see what's going on. That makes a lot of sense. All right.
I hope
Anyway.
they haven't died from lack of air. That'd be bad.
Mortlock, I don't know what to say. I feel like you have a lot you can offer to yourself and the whole world if you come with us.
You know what, kid? I think you're gonna do just fine without me. I think you've shown me some stuff and kind of helped me out and set me on a different path, and I appreciate that.
Farewell, friend. Do not follow in your mother's footsteps, or we'll be back for you.
Nah, fuck that bitch. I'm over her. Anyway, I'll see you on the hills outside of Ethereal, right?
God willing.
Yeah, God's willing. All right. So, if there's anything else anybody wants to do, this is it. This is the end of Candlekeep. Otherwise, the Griffins are about to take you away. Ray is coming with you. Vendetta's coming with you. So,
Slobber Chop coming with us.
Slobber Chop, you can choose to leave Slobber Chops here, or choose to leave him with Mortlock if you feel like you don't want to take him with you. But I mean, he's coming with you if you want him to.
I would love for him to come, but I also know Midnight would want him to stay so he doesn't get hurt.
It's up to you.
He can come and ride on my shoulder. I have a bag he can hop into when it gets dangerous. There's not a shield in there anymore. It has lots of space.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I mean, even though she has a bag of holding, somehow half of it is full already with books. Somehow.
Yeah, I don't choose to screw you over with Slobber Chops. So, unless something terribly, horribly goes wrong, he won't get targeted or anything like that. So, it's cool.
Okay, then I want him to come with us.
Meow. He's down with it. The griffins take flight and head out over the sea, flying just below the clouds. Candlekeep looks no less majestic from the air, but still grows smaller as the griffins soar westward. Large rocky islands pass below you, and beyond them lies the open sea. After a long journey, you see a windowless, doorless stone tower, which somehow floats in the sky ahead. The griffins pass through jagged holes riddling the tower's conical peak to land on the top floor below, which is a spiral staircase leading down. So you're at a tower.
In the sky.
In the sky, over the ocean. A magical tower, I guess you could say.
Well, the whole time while we're in like flying around in the sky, Midnight has her arms out going, woohoo! Yeah! Like she's screaming and she's super excited and so happy that she actually like takes the ribbon out of her hair. So her long hair is flying everywhere and like smacking herself in the face because it's just flying everywhere. And then once she lands, she just stops and like all of her fur is on edge. And she's like, I want to do that again.
Like a giant poof ball.
Yes, she looks like a giant poof ball. She's like the equivalent of like one of those people who love intense roller coasters and will ride them like 3 times in a row. That's her exact reaction. She's just so excited. Stop it.
Cool. So there's a staircase leading down, and that's really your only way out of here unless you feel like jumping out off the tower.
Cannonball?
It's
could.
probably pretty high.
Yeah,
We're making slobber chops go down.
All right.
Let's descend.
Nice. Nice. She fixes her hair and she goes and follows after.
All right, cool. So, one level down, you see a cluttered chamber illuminated by various objects upon which continual flame spells have been cast. Scurrying around the room is an otter dressed in a tiny red cassock. Otter mumbles to itself in common, mentioning something about a tuning fork. Suddenly, it notices you and stands upright. Lulu, wake up! Our guests have arrived. At the sound of her name, a small elephant with golden fur appears from under a pile of blankets near a table strewn with alchemic equipment. The elephant takes to the air on feathery wings and lets out a pleasing trumpet noise.
I'm sorry,
Midnight
what?
is not
So you're going to
What?
send us to hell, correct?
So, I'm going to repeat this.
That's an elephant.
A small elephant with golden fur
Elephant fur.
and feathery wings is floating before you. And you hear in your head a voice that says, "Hi, I'm Lulu."
Yes, that's been established. You're supposed to take us to hell, correct? Let's get this going.
No, he will. And she points with her trunk to the otter.
Oh, thank you. You're going to take us to hell, right?
You have the spell, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
May I have it, please?
Yes.
This is an otter.
That's an elephant.
Yes, that is Lulu. She, Silvira kept her, but didn't get along with her familiar, so she sent her here. And she helps me, sort of. Kind of. Not really.
It's good. That way you're not
So-
alone.
This is not the weirdest
So
thing
wait,
we've seen.
the otter is Silvira's familiar?
No, the otter
Or-
is the wizard. Or appears to be.
Okay.
He's asking about the spell, so he seems to know things.
So then Lulu is the familiar.
Lulu's Lulu. She just kind of waves her trunk. She's like, "Hi."
So who's this familiar you just mentioned?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm trying
Survivor's
to...
familiar. Survivor's familiar. The closet. You might have met him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, Lulu's Lulu. She doesn't remember very well. She kind of lost her memories. But
There's
She
a lot
knows
of weird
about you.
anthropomorphic shit happening in here. Can you take us to hell, please?
Yeah, I'm lost, so I'm not going to pay attention to Lulu.
Lulu
Is
just
this
kind of
whole
like, "Hi."
campaign just a bunch of like flying, talking animals?
I don't know. We need to get further in and see what happens.
So
Hell's
hold on a
actually
second.
filled. Mhm.
So every one of you guys fell in love with Slobber Chops immediately,
Mhm.
but nobody wants to talk to or about the winged elephant that can't form new thoughts.
Correct.
We already
have
have
a
a winged
cat.
companion. We
Cats
don't
are
need
better
another
than
one.
elephants. We care about the elephant.
That is categorically false. Elephants are awesome.
Yeah, but this elephant has fur.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, it's like a woolly mammoth winged elephants thing.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Are
sure
you-
we were clear on this. That's all.
I'm
Are you-
clear on the fact that Midnight is busy digging through all the different books and stuff like that while the otter is doing his things. He's doing otter things while she's reading the book.
The position of favorite animal friend has already been taken. We must move on.
Yeah.
She's kind of like, but I want to go with you.
We were told you
The
have
position of cute flying animals has been filled.
Now,
Goodbye.
hold on a second. Were we not
Second's
informed-
over. We're trying to move on,
Were
Steve.
we not informed Lulu has experience fighting fiends?
Yeah, I was an
the
angel.
fuzzy
Yeah,
elephant's
and
gonna
we
be
have
real
slobber
helpful with
chops.
Right, no, I was with the angel Zerial when she assembled her army of Hellriders to attack Avernus.
Says the
through
creature that has no memories.
Right, well,
Hey, Mr.
no, I remember
Otter,
this.
we'd like
Through
to
the
go to
gate,
hell.
We went tearing through devils like a strong air, and victory was within our grasp until some of the Hellriders
Are you
betrayed
sure
us.
that's just not a dream, sweetie? You're just
No,
not
they
remembering
retreated through the gate and
correctly.
sealed it behind them. But before she was captured, Zerial told me to hide her sword so that it wouldn't fall into evil hands. Someone helped me hide the sword, but I don't remember who. And we
That's
found a place to hide it.
toothpick. It's not a sword.
No, we found a place to hide it, but I don't remember where. I escaped Avernus, but I don't remember how. Most of my memory's
Oh.
gone, and I don't remember why.
Well, if it's an
Sorry.
Avernus and you don't know where it is, that's where we're going. We'll find it.
Right? Can I go with you and maybe?
But you
Maybe
have
find
Be
no.
dead in 30 seconds. We'll bring it back.
No, that's not true. I'll survive. You're taking a winged cat. That I could survive more than that. We could be friends. We could be the winged
Excuse me.
friends.
Excuse me. No,
Huh?
you did not just insult slobber chops like that. Excuse me. I will claw your eyes out. You do
Oh, I'm
not
very
fuck
sorry.
with
I'm
slobber
sorry.
chops.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I apologize. He seems like a nice cat. You seem like nice
He's the
people.
bestest cat ever, and you will never compare.
Right. I just feel bad because I failed, and I want
Damn right
I
you
want to go
failed.
with you and make things right.
How about you make things left and just let the grown-ups do the talking?
Oh,
What
hold
if I
on,
just?
hold on. Hold on.
Need some aloe vera for that burn?
Ah, there it is. Nice spill.
Okay, so what if I just sort of follow along? Will that be okay?
Kethra turns to Mr. Otter
Mm-hmm.
and says, "You have the spell."
Right. Trexador it is. Yes. Come with me down to the floor. Lulu, come along too. And he like sets up this thing on the floor, like, you know, good old fashioned pentagram with candles and salt and all that fun
An
stuff.
old-fashioned pentagram.
Right. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. It's normal.
And sort of spreads the scroll out and starts like talking to himself. He's like, all right, everybody gather to the center. Lulu, I need you to get in there too. You're going long. I'm not keeping you. You're way too much to feed.
I protest.
Why?
Midnight protest. Lulu, we don't need Lulu.
No, Lulu is essential. She'll help you. It'll be fine. Please.
Lulu is not
The
a
portal will be
Please.
open midnight. It can come to hell, and then it can do whatever it wants after that.
I'm
So-
not in charge of Lulu.
It won't be. Yes,
Okay.
correct. It won't be our problem. But
Okay. Everybody gather around. Thank you. All right. And as you stand together in a circle, Traxagor taps the tuning fork on the floor and casts his plane shift spell. And there's lots of light, and then suddenly it's very hot, extremely hot, like really, really hot, like Florida hot, but not in that muggy, gross way. Sort of like in that,
That's hot.
yeah.
Florida
More like-
hot is disgusting.
It's like more disgusting than that. It's like Florida hot, but like in a really like really heated room. It's like if you were in a winter room with a warm fire, but that fire was like way too hot, and then like Florida hot just somehow found its way in. That's Avernus environment. So, yeah, you're now standing in the destroyed city of Ethereal.
So we're in Florida. We're outside in Florida, sitting next to a bonfire, way too close.
Yeah, but like the bonfire, like, you know, the people brought like some really shitty beer, and like nobody like brought any liquor.
Just describing Florida.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Like they brought the plastic bottle of vodka
in the middle of summer for some reason, and you drink cheap beer.
and
That's
hot
just
coffee.
What we do.
But wait, before like the spell finishes, Midnight very loudly says, "See you on the other side."
You've made Seasong proud.
I know. That was
So,
just for you, because
yeah.
she loves otter jokes.
Wow, I don't even know. So I presented you with a handout. That is where you're at. You're at the top of that
Ooh.
fucking mess right there.
Jeez.
That's really pretty, though. In a fucked up sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to chain the city to the ground so it doesn't float away.
So, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I'll just go ahead and throw it out. So what happened is like Thaddeus Krieg did his thing, and the champion, that is that black hole sun up top there, was used to be a shining sun over the city. It turned black when Thaddeus did his thing. It sucked Ethereal
wash
into the
away
ground.
the rain.
It does wash away the rain. So it turned black.
Yes.
Massive chains like came up and reached up around Ethereal and dragged it down to hell, basically. So now it's slowly being dragged towards the river Styx to the surface of Avernus, with the black hole sun still over it, causing mass destruction.
Such a good song.
I'm so mad that I missed my chance on that one.
Beat you to it.
A hot, stinging air assaults your senses. The city street in which you stand is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground shudders beneath your feet. In the red, smoky sky, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges strokes of bluish-white lightning that strike the city at irregular intervals. Perched atop a distant bluff overlooking the rest of the city is a crumbled fortress. So yeah, you're in the streets of the hell-bound Ethereal.
Midnight's just kind of standing there, looking around.
It's a fairly large city.
It is a large city. It was a huge city. It was massive. At this point, like, you hear an elephant trumping sound, and she's like, "I remember." And
Okay, what?
She just starts casting light on everything around her.
Why?
Vic looks around and is like, probably should have brought a wizard to help us figure out how to undo this sorcery.
It's true. Vendetta sort of clutches Raylan real close, like, this is awful.
Little elephant, probably shouldn't do that. We don't want a whole lot of people to know we're here.
Well, like, the light she's actually casting really doesn't do anything because there's just fires and terrible light everywhere. Rhea, on the other hand, just kind of looks around and she just sort of gasps, "My city," and she's like, "My city? What? My gods."
Rhea.
I want to give Ray a hug.
Hey,
Who's the guy that did the thing here?
Thaddeus Krieg?
Thaddeus Krieg, yeah.
Where would Thaddeus have been doing what he did? Where did he have a place that he worked, or an office, or anything like that? We need a lead. We need to go somewhere to see if we can find out how to undo this.
She points to the distance in the fort. She points to the fortress that was briefly mentioned. She's like, "That's the High Hall. That was the city. That was the center of town. That was the place where all of the leaders would have gone. Maybe maybe that's where we need to go.
I kind of puff up my chest and look at Vendetta. Then we go to the High Hall.
You hear in your head, Rayland, you hear, I'm home.
Quiet you.
Nice.
Hush your mouth. I'll put you back in the bag.
That was literally just the equivalent of you just smacking someone like on the stop it.
You actually smack it against the like a debris next to
Yeah,
it.
just
It's like, ow. God. Raylan, give me a perception check.
I'm really good at perception checks, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at perception check. Yes.
Yes! You succeeded!
Oh yeah! Woo!
DM is very excited about that. That's probably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a
there's
bad
a giant
thing.
colossal dragon standing next to you.
Why is it always a dragon?
Why is it
colossal?
not always a dragon? That's what you have to think.
And, like,
We don't have a bard here, damn it.
You could be using the Tarrasque or a Pit Bean.
That's
right?
like, it's, I
And
mean,
it's not even a cool dragon. It's just a red dragon.
because it's classic. You just, I mean, it's
If you're
good.
gonna have
Shadow
a
dragon.
red dragon, you need the bard to seduce it. You don't have one, and I'm very disappointed.
Whose fault is that?
You're the one-
Yours.
You chose not to play a barbarian, so, you know.
Well, that was a different game, and she's busy trying to learn, okay, that gnomes are not pets. Okay, you leave Omri out of this.
Oh, yeah, man.
She's learning
Omri
boundaries.
had some shit to work through.
Both of your characters so far in our D&D games have a really hard time with personal space, boundaries, and consent of like physical touch.
So,
Avery
like
had
Dwayne in real life?
for touch.
Ugh.
So, Rayland, you look around, you're sort of notice around your puffed up chest, and you notice a fallen warrior not far from you, and like it's this really like rugged look. He's wearing like this big suit of armor on him.
Don't do it.
Does it look more badass than mine? 'Cause
Yeah.
I just got this full plate.
Like yours is like the classic shiny full plate, but this is like some puffed up looking like chesticle sort of like full plate, like just
Testicles?
covers every bit of your body with just like armor. Like even like in the small places, there's just like this thick old chainmail. Like there's this rugged. It looks like some fairly used armor, but there's actually like a sun symbol that's like dusted and scuffed up on the front of it.
That's mine. No.
Know what the symbol is?
Oh yeah, what symbol's on it?
Oh my god.
It's just the symbol of a sun, like a bright shining sun. Kind of looks familiar to you. It might be in monitors. You're not sure, but
Might
I'm
be
getting
a
Dark Soul
Monitors.
flashbacks
Yeah.
here.
Can I do a religion check?
How would
Sure.
he not know his own god's symbols?
I'm just saying, like, it's not in the same configuration, but it's like it's got like a sun symbol on it.
14.
14. It seems to be almost nondescript and sort of, I don't want to say secular, but very like agnostic sun symbol. But otherwise, it's just bulky, like big plated, strong looking armor.
Kethra walks over to Raylan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
This armor on this fallen soldier has a symbol on it I don't recognize.
Okay, so take a rubbing of it. Let's go. Unless you want the armor.
That was ominous.
The timing of that was spot on.
Obviously, it didn't serve him well here. So I doubt it would bring us any luck.
really nice.
Kethra will look over to Rhea.
Rivik compares it to his current armor, and Rivik's super genius skill with armoring convinces him that the armor on the body is superior. So he begins stripping it off the body and just handing parts to Raylan.
Raylan, you now have an armful of parts of armor.
Put it on, hurry, we have places to be.
Yeah, take an hour to undon what you have on, and take another hour to don on what you just got.
You're not doing that garbage. It doesn't take that long unless.
And
With
this
four of
whole
us helping
time,
him, he just has to do his own cod piece. The rest of us do the rest. Will be done in 2 rounds.
Vendetta will help with that part.
and then the whole time, Midnight's just like doing a sketch of Raylan dressing, and it's literally just him like bent over and like there's a big emphasis on his butt while he's drawing, like while she's drawing. So like that cake.
Jeez.
Please, someone
It's for
draw
Vendetta,
a
man.
comical
It's for Vendetta.
montage of the donning and undonning.
Can anybody identify if something's cursed or not?
I think I can actually.
If anybody has the identify spell, it'll tell you what it is.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
we do.
I was gonna say. So,
Dwayne,
I look at everybody.
Dwayne and Tiffany can both do that as rituals.
Yeah.
This is very fine armor, but I'm afraid that it's been in this place for so long that it might have a taint to it of some sort.
I take out this new sword and I turn it in front of my eyes and I concentrate and I say, "Tell me your secrets." And I cast Identify.
Do you have sight beyond sight right now?
It does.
Maybe.
Nice.
As best you can tell, Kethra, like, you know of magical artifacts and things like that, and this seems to be some sort of plate of invulnerability, but not like an actual plate of invulnerability. It seems to be a modified version.
Yeah, obviously you're the guy who wouldn't be dead.
I was gonna say otherwise. How this guy fucking die?
So you kind of get the sense, and you see a picture of this dude just being badass in this thing, fighting demons and devils here in Avernus. And you just see him taking multiple blows and like magic deflecting off of him. And
someone hits him with a bread roll and he falls over.
Right. That I mean, he was down to 1 hit point at that
The
point.
bread got in the seams, man.
And then you see him like grappling a demon and literally like siphoning the life force on it from him, and purifying it, and then taking that energy and blasting it back at another demon. And that's like what flashes before you, and then like that's all you see after you're done casting the spell.
You will like this. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm sure that the armor will share its secrets with you.
Worst wizard ever. It's magical, but I'm not going to give you the command word.
Okay. I trust Kethra's judgment, and
Okay.
she would tell me if it was like super evil.
I mean, do I know the properties and how to use them and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually put them in the room now.
Over the next 15 minutes as we're walking through this city, I will regale you with the instructions on how to use your new suit.
Okay.
So it kind of just works,
Does this look vaguely Doomslayer-ish?
kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
Kind of, sort of, not really. Like, you put the helm on, and like it's sort of an open-faced helm, but this sort of like magical like barrier sort of forms in front of you.
Does it have a faint like metal music just kind of pumping out of it?
It just like you put it on the helmet and you just start like bopping you kind of want to bang your head, just like
Sure.
there's just some heavy metal,
Okay.
going on.
All right.
Um,
Yeah. With Catherine's approval, I will don the evil armor. The cursed
So-
evil armor.
You have
You've got a cursed shield. Might as well have cursed armor.
right. You have what is basically a lesser version of armor of invulnerability, but kind of better. You
A
have
lesser version, but better. Okay.
right. You have resistance to all forms of magical and non-magical forms of damage.
Oh! Wait, hold up. I had just resistance to damage.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you're saying physical and magical?
Yes. You have resistance to all magical and non-magical forms of damage.
So any damage you would take, just half it.
Right.
Little does Steve know, Sean is setting him up to be the big bad evil guy.
It's like
Wait.
he's never played in Sean's games before.
There's more.
Sean always gives the best gear.
We'll deal with that in a second.
I'm waiting for the Vorpal Sun Sword.
Sean always gives the second best gear.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going on, and then suddenly, like, you get the last buckle in, and you sort of like adjust the codpiece, and at that point, you hear a scream in the distance.
Ooh,
Do we know which
screaming.
direction it's coming from?
You kind of heard it immediately, and it's not that far. It's just up the street.
I'll don my sword and shield. We should see
All right.
what that is.
We'll follow
Around the
your lead.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Okay,
So
fine.
around the corner of a still standing structure runs a woman with 2 toddlers, one in each arm. In her wake amble 3 infernal monsters
What?
with glaives and snake-like beards. The fiends are laughing darkly.
Just because the city went to hell, Steve, doesn't mean everyone died.
Yeah, there's a woman running with her 2 toddlers.
That's why the official music has nothing but screaming in the background.
I got it. It's just there's a very old joke I randomly remembered. It's okay. Go.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Great. Okay. So, yeah, you see them cornered, and like they ran into in the wrong way, and they're got their backs against the back alley, and these 3 doubles are like trying to attack them. And Steve, you hear this voice in your head, and it's just like, rip and tear their guts. Rip, tear their guts.
Okay. Smite some devils.
I need you to give me a where did it go?
Make up your mind, feline.
Did I not make it?
Here it comes. Saving throws.
Yeah, I need you to give me a wisdom save equal to give me a wisdom save.
Can you please get off?
Just give him the numbers so that you can say, hold on, I'm going to roll real dice. I made it.
Don't forget to add your favor.
Did I get any last week?
Yeah, I think you got one.
I think we all got one.
I think
Oh yeah, I think we all.
Yeah.
It's like evenly spread.
Yeah. So 12.
12. Immediately, you like pump into a rage, and you can't help yourself, and you just go swinging after these devils. Give me an attack roll against one of them. With the current, so at this point, your attack and 2 hit and damage is at +2.
+18, 19, and then with the +2, 21 to hit.
All right, cool. That actually hits. Roll me some damage.
9, 10, 12, and if I'm in a rage and I'm going crazy, I'll smite.
Do it.
That is another 9 radiant damage on top of that.
What's the total damage?
9, 11, 20.
All right, cool. Is that right? Yeah, I guess that's right. So you immediately swing down on this thing and just take a chunk out of it, like its arm just barely hanging on. And now you're actually saying, rip and tear their guts out. And everybody give me initiative rolls.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't think he should have that sword, guys. Do our the favors that we got last game, do they count for our initiative rolls too?
Yeah, they count for everything.
Okay, then mine needs to be a 14.
It won't matter. Yeah. Okay, cool. Rivik, you just see Raylan run in and immediately just start slashing wildly at these beasts or at these devils, and they immediately turn on him and just like ah. But it's your turn. What do you do?
I do ninja spinny flippy shit, and I land between him and the devil with my back to the devils, and I grab his sword and put it in my abdomen and say, "Get a hold of yourself before you allow them to tear you apart." And then I cast Psychic Readout, which gives him and I and everybody else on our side within 30 feet resistance to psychic damage and advantage on wisdom charisma saving throws. I'm willing to put my back to the enemy because he won't kill me. I trust him as my friend to put him safe with advantage.
Okay. Good. So, Raylan, you kind of snap out of whatever had taken hold of you.
Okay.
But you're still just really fucking angry, and you just want to see these devils dead.
Okay.
Cool. Is that your turn, Rivik?
Yes.
Okay. Kethra, what you do?
Kethra's kind of in awe as Raylan just runs up and starts taking chunks out of things. She kind of stammers, but then with the new sword that she has, she goes, "All right, here we go." And I'll add support with some Eldritch Blasties.
Cool.
One to the one he's already attacked.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, that definitely hits. And just 10 force damage?
11.
11? Nice. That one's not looking so great.
Is the other one bearing down on the mother and daughters, or mother and children?
They're sort of like trying to inch closer but backwards, so they're facing you guys, but if given the chance, they'll probably try to like kill the mom and kids.
Not quite.
Not
That's
quite.
the other one.
You hit another one? Do you hit the second one or the same one?
The second one.
Second one? He takes a Eldritch Blast to the face and not looking the best. But yeah, he's still standing.
And I will move closer to the action.
Okay, cool. Midnight, what do you do?
Where am I? Like, I'm standing behind.
So basically,
the
like,
thingy.
there's the mom and kids, there's the devils, there's Raylan and Rivik, and then like you guys are further away from them.
Okay.
Yeah, theater of the mind, this shit. Kethra hits 2 blasts.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking.
And she
I'm
starts
trying to
Naruto
figure
running
out where I
towards
am. I mean, I could.
What-
That's not outside of the realm of possibility for Midnight to do.
which
That
one
is
do you-
true. Tabaxi's get that wall running.
Mm-hmm.
I want to run and cast Sanctuary on the woman and the family.
Oh, cool. You can actually do that. You can actually you sort of like plow through the crowds and you end up right next to the mom and daughters or the mom and toddlers, and you can cast it, and that prevents them from being attacked.
Yeah, that's my end goal, because I know the devils are right, I mean, out of character, as player knowledge, I know the
Great.
devils are trying to get there.
And you can have an inspiration point for that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Cool. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Rivik,
Oh,
one of the
hold on.
guys is...
I'm gonna
yeah?
post it in thing so everyone can see what it does. There you go. Alrighty, I'm done now.
Cool. And that'll last for a minute. So this battle will probably be over before it actually manages to attack anything. So cool. Rivik, you've got your back to purposely to the devils, so they're actually going to attack you with advantage. And one just like sort of like leans its chin out and its beard like sort of rattles around and tries to attack you. Come on. Does a 22 hit you?
No.
Damn. Someday.
It's your fault. You gave me that armor.
I know. It's fine. Then he
That
tries
joke
to
was for the audience because I forgot to mention.
he stabs you with the glaive, and you're just like you're kind of staring Raylan in the face. And you're just like, and you're just dodging blows from behind you, like you have eyes in the back of your head.
Crouching
Jeez.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
One kind of sidesteps you and goes after Raylan, and like you can get the beard attack, Raylan, and does a 11 hit you?
Me? No.
No, bastard.
Do any of them try to attack the mother and infant?
No, they've kind of realized that you're the bigger threat, and that if they can kill you, they can just eat the mom and toddlers. So, plus, Midnight's kind of ruined that whole affair at this point for him. So,
Right. That's a really good call with Sanctuary, by the way.
Thank you.
Attack with a glaive against you, Raylan. Does a damn? If only I had advantage. 12 does not hit you, I imagine.
No.
So you like block with the shield, or you even sort of just like straight up the glaive scrapes across your chest, and you don't take any damage. And it is your turn now.
Okay. I am going to attack the one that has been hacked up and Eldritch blasted.
Okay.
Yes. It's a 24
That definitely
hit.
hits. Yeah, totally hits.
It's a natural 20 hit.
Yeah.
First attack. Yikes.
Not bad.
6 plus 7 slashing damage.
Yeah, you actually cleave into it, and it's just sort of like black ichors coming out of its mouth. Like its arms are actually gone now. Like its beard's just all like hacked up for shit. So
Huh. But he's still up.
he's still up. Roll that extra damage.
Let's do that second attack.
Perfect.
Damn. 10 slashing damage.
And at that point, you're just like, ah! And like your sword just comes straight down on its skull, and it just splits it in half. And then it suddenly like falls into a black ichor and just splashes on the ground.
So I'm just got my shield out and I've got the sword. I'm not even doing like sword fighting or like the kind of trained sort of style you've seen me in. I am just hacking into this devil, just da da da, and just like even as his head split open, I'm just still hacking in like as far as I can go.
Yep.
Not that I'm one to complain that he's, smiting things. I'm just a little bit concerned. That's more drunk Raylan territory. And I'm pretty sure he's sober.
Well, at least he's confident.
There's a second one, right?
Yeah. Do you have more attacks?
No, but
There's two others. Yeah. Rivik, it's your turn.
Oh, you use your 2 attacks. I was gonna say, don't forget you can attack twice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hit twice.
Are there any other civilians in range being attacked by humans?
No, it's just them. It's just the mom and toddlers.
What do the other ones look like they're gonna do this turn? Who are they looking at?
They're looking at the group now. They're not looking
Right,
at
but
the mom and
who?
toddlers. One's actually facing off against Raylan's. Still, the other one that Raylan killed was against you, and the third one is looking like maybe he might go for Midnight or.
I go for him.
Okay. He's the one nobody's bothered to hit yet.
That's a 26 and an 18 to hit.
26 and an 18 to hit. Those definitely hit.
17 damage.
17 total. So you do some kung fu stuff and just
Quarterstaff and a ninja kick to where his genitals would be if he had them.
yeah. They're not
In other
there.
words, his kneecap.
Right. So you go for his kneecap, and he definitely has a little extra pain there. So yeah. He's
Wait.
he's looking okay.
You undiscovered country
Fine.
him?
Yes, I did.
Kethra,
I see.
it's your turn.
I was muted there for a minute. So as Kethra is running up towards the action, she starts swinging her sword back and forth, and it starts to make beautiful music.
Yeah, it's actually like singing a poem. You're not sure, but it's all a bunch of nonsense words.
So I will use that as my bonus action to swing my sword wildly around me as I'm running, which gives me advantage on the next attack.
Oh gosh, who gave you that sword?
What kind of ridiculous is this? So at the one that the second one that I shot, the one that was closest to the
Yep.
I will bring down the singing silver longsword of justice. Oh, thank God I had advantage.
It is. You got a 17 against it. Yeah, that hits. So that's 8 damage.
That is 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. Which one were you hitting? I'm sorry. The one that. Yeah. Never mind. Gotcha.
The second one that I had shot.
Yeah.
So the one that was 30.
Cool. Yeah. It's still sort of. It's upright for the most part. Is that all your actions that turn?
That is yes.
All right, Midnight. You are actually flanking at this point two of the bearded devils. What do you do? Because you managed to get behind them.
Oh, whack
Save
it.
the family. All right, whack it hard. That
Is
hits.
it 26 hit?
Totally does.
5.
5. Not bad. All right. So is this thing sort of evens out? All right, cool. Anything else that turn?
I don't get another thing. I don't have any bonus action stuff.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Cool.
I wish I did.
So one of the bearded devils actually turns on you, and its beard goes all wrangly at you. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
And take.
I use my
6
inspiration point to stand in the way and take the hit without defending against it.
You could if you want to.
I'm gonna.
All right, you're actually taking 6 damage then.
Aw, thank you.
Rivik is being selfless. The player would like to know how his cloak reacts to that.
Oh.
That is a good question.
Twice in one fight.
Nothing happens yet.
What is happening right now?
All of our magic items have subtle hints about what we have to do to activate the rest of their powers. One of mine is selflessly taking.
No, I
hits
know.
for
I
people.
know all that part. It's
But Sean is like,
Sean's-
it's painful. It's painful to allow it.
It would be. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Oh my god.
The other one attacks Raylan.
It's like a hernia for him.
It is. A little bit.
Apparently, I hear it.
Raylan, does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, it does. Yay! Takes 7 piercing
Oh my
damage
God.
as little beard spikes. Like they don't quite pierce into your armor. They sort of deflect, but like you can feel the brunt of it on the other side.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll take 3 damage.
yeah, you'll take 3 damage. And then they try to stab you with the glaive. Does a ooh
Son of a.
that one, like you're just like whatever, and then like you actually get like a glaive sort of stuck up in the soft parts of the like right under that armpit thing, like just right there, you know.
Yeah. Ow.
But you still only take half damage.
Okay, so which is 15. So I mean, still, that's
That's a little chunky.
not great.
Yeah. It's your turn. So what would you like to do?
The guy who stabbed me, I want to cut him in half.
Okay. You can
You're
try.
just going dark side, aren't you?
They're fiends. They don't count.
Nah, yeah, they're evil. They deserved it.
Yeah. Okay. First attack. Does a 26 hit?
It definitely does.
Second attack. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it does actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna smite on this first attack.
Go ahead. Nine damage. It's starting to not look well.
So 10 slashing damage, 14 radiant.
Ooh, it's definitely not looking great. It's not looking good at all. It's not this guy's day. He's had better days.
Yeah, but he's still
Yeah.
up even with that 14 radiant.
Yeah, he's still up.
Ooh. Does the radiant look like it hurts him more than usual?
Yes, that's definitely hurting more.
Okay. Interesting. Heads up for everybody there. And second attack damage comes in at a 8 slashing damage.
And yeah, at that finally downs him, and he goes down, and sort of get cleaved in half, and like his parts split, and blood ichor goes everywhere, and he dissolves into goo on the ground.
So with this one, I slash with the sword. I come in and you see the same kind of smite as usual. The sword starts glowing with the extra power, and blah. But when he goes down, like it knocked him to his knees. I don't want to hit him with the sword for the second one. It's flavor text. I actually just start punching him with the shield, and then I Captain America him on the ground, where I'm just bashing him with the side of the shield, like as he's like down on the ground. I'm just over and over and over again.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. And so it is Rivik's turn.
I'm going to keep on the one that keeps hitting the cleric.
Yeah, he's the only one left.
Those are hits.
Oh, those are, wow. Those are definitely hits.
16 more.
16 more. Still, is that 2 rolls or is that 1 total roll?
That's the whole thing.
This whole thing? Gotcha. You're like, boom, boom, and, your attacks aren't magical yet, are they?
Yep, they are. You magified all our weapons before we
Yeah,
left.
that's right. All right, cool. Just want to make sure. And he's not looking great. He's had better days.
Is your unarmed strike magical yet?
Yes, it is.
Kethra, it's your turn.
Go.
Go.
So let's see. Let's make some awesomeness here. So I run by, slash that guy in the last round, and as I come to a stop, and this dust clears, I just turn around and with both hands come out and double Eldritch blast him to the face.
Oh, jeez.
Where's my third? Attack 1. For all the stuffs. 23, I'm pretty sure hits for 10.
Yes, it does.
And the second one, 4 dice.
Ooh, wow.
Only a 14. I don't think that.
Yeah, that still hits. Good enough. So he like takes the 2 blasts of Eldritch Blast, and it sort of like bleeds over him and just sort of like burns away his parts, and there is no ichor left, but he just sort of falls on the ground and like slowly dissolves in black ichor.
Nice.
And Kethra just goes, explosive.
And for a moment there is peace and silence on the plane, on the broken, destroyed plains of Ethereal.
Peace and silence, except for the heavy breathing as Raylan tries to catch his breath from just the flurry of punches and swings. It's just that heavy, like,
Also, this sound pack tells me there's no peace in silence.
Yeah, there's still a lot of screaming, but for a brief moment.
So not even thinking of the woman and children, Kethra looks at Raylan and goes, "What the hell was that?"
And you kind of feel that rage in you subside, the rage and anger and subside inside of you, Rayland. And like you feel like the armor's sort of sated at the moment. But it really has a problem with demons and devils.
I before turning to address Kethra, I'll clean the blade, then putting it back in my scabbard, turn to her. What? They were devils. Are we not here to kill devils?
I mean, yeah. But I've just never seen you like that before. How about a heads up next time?
You're right. You're right. I apologize. I got maybe a little carried away. Just the light of a monitor must shine twice as bright in a place this dark.
All right.
You hear
Pat
a
you on the
small
shoulder
voice
and
in
then go over to...
you hear a small voice in your head, Raylan. Come on, son.
Come on.
So immediately, like the woman starts thanking you, and Lulu's like, "Yeah, you did a good job, guys." And
How the hell are you still here?
Oh,
Just kidding.
You weren't killed in the process. Whatever.
Ray's just kind of like, I don't understand why you're so mean to the elephant. That's.
If she has any injuries, I tend to them. I give her some rations and some water.
She looks really fucking hungry. You're right. You handed the ration to her. It has now disappeared instantly, as well as her small children. Like they're just toddlers, but somehow they can wolf down the small piece that she handed to them. She's like, thank you. Oh. Where did you come from? Are you part of the guard? Who
we
are you?
We came from the real world.
You came from. Do you have a way back?
Ask the elephant.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I don't like talking to it either.
I can't send you home. Sorry.
Midnight offers 2 of her rations also to the young children.
Just like, oh, thank you. The gods praise you. May the gods bless you. So many of the citizens died when whatever happened. I don't really understand. We've been here for days, and so I think it's days. I don't know. It might be weeks. Months? It doesn't matter. Anyway, so many people have died. These terrible creatures have come for us, and we had enough food and water for a bit, but those stores have run short, and the buildings are collapsing. No place is safe here. We were hiding in a basement of a tavern, but we had to get more food, so we left, and then those creatures came after us, and I've heard from some of the others that the city's been split in two, and the bridges are the only way across. We've been told, I heard, maybe to get to the High Hall, but I don't know. There was a duke. I don't know. He was in town and he was helping people, but we weren't able to get out. And I heard a call to go to the High Hall, but we tried to make it. But there's no way. Will you help us make it?
We will escort you. Do you know where there are any other survivors?
I don't know. I can only assume that we'll encounter them, or that they're in other places. We've all just been scattered like the winds.
Does the woman notice Rhea?
Out of character. So Dwayne, remember how we said to take Tensor's floating disc?
Haha.
And Tiffany, when we get to the high tower, you can cast create food and water by the gallon.
Oh yeah,
you
I
can
have
be
that.
a superhero when we get there.
What level spell is Sanctify, by the way?
Sanctuary?
Not Sanctuary.
Sanctify.
4 or 5.
Yeah, it's fairly high level because
yeah,
I think it might even-
what's the? It might not be called sanctify.
It's called
might-
Hallow now, yeah.
hallow.
Hallow or consecrate, whatever they were.
Consecrate. I think that's it.
I think it's called
Consecrate
Hallow now.
only does it like a Hallow is what you need to do in an area. Consecrate's like
Okay.
an object. And Hallow's level 5.
Hallow is a 5th level spell. Actually, I don't have access to that one
It's
just
a bit
yet.
high level for us. Okay. All right.
Okay.
It
Reyes,
is what I'm aiming towards, but I don't have access to 5th level spells yet.
All right. Well, let's go farm some fiends and get us up to 5th level spells.
Wow.
we just get a grind for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm cool with it. We'll level up our gear and our characters by grinding demons, escorting characters back and forth and back and forth. And
Yeah, we'll just do escort runs over and over
and then
over again.
and then we'll find that one guy who repairs shit for us in between.
I hate everything.
No
I'm
reason,
getting
just a guy that
Skyrim
repairs shit there.
flashbacks.
It's like, hi, I have a hammer. Do you need shit repaired? Repair your shit for $1.
Skyrim flashbacks.
So I will cast
Warcraft
Tensor's floating
flashbacks.
disc and tell the woman and her children to load up.
Rhea kind of comes over and helps her up. She's like, these are good people. I will protect you. I'll make sure you're safe. I'll leave this to you. I'll make sure that no harm comes to them.
I don't know if this is mechanically possible. Can I just be like, disc, follow Rhea's commands and just let her like drag it along?
Magic here, sure. Like it becomes a Amazon segue. Just, cool. So, yeah. So your location here on the map is actually represented by little Lulu here. I did not expect the disdain towards the small elephant, so it's a thing.
You should attend the
Small
team meetings more often.
I mean, I don't know how you knew that there would be a cute
You
elephant,
should attend the team meetings more often.
cute fuzzy elephant. Just it's cute and fuzzy, and
No one cares. We have the cat.
damn, that just
We have 2 cats technically.
Slobberchuck kind
I
of
still
pops
vote
out of
that
the.
real life elephants are cooler than cats, but that's fine.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yeah,
Elephants are awesome.
In real life, elephants are awesome. In this game, screw Lulu.
damn.
So mean.
So, Rhea's like, you'll probably need to cross one of the bridges there to get to the High Hall.
How many
I don't-
bridges are there?
There's 2 that should span the chasm, I guess. That she said the city has been split. They were towards the north, if I remember, but these city streets almost seem twisted and almost unfamiliar, yet somehow the same. Move in the northwest direction, I think, and maybe we'll find what we need. Cool. So, we'll choose.
Probably best if we stick to the larger streets than going down the alley.
It's up to you. So where do you want to move? What location? Do you want to move north up this larger street, west, south? Where do you want to go?
Let's move.
I'm gonna head towards
one,
that bridge we don't actually know is there.
Yeah.
one section west and then one section north.
So
What he said.
When you move one section west, I need somebody to roll a d20 for me. Anyone, but just one.
I'll do it. Nobody jumped.
I was waiting.
I was typing.
Same.
Oh, we got a 17.
Oh, okay, cool. Roll me a d10.
I want to do it.
You can have that one.
Oh, what the frick? I didn't do the space. 7.
That means we
7.
had a random encounter, by the way. The gods are speaking to me psychically and telling me that second roll was number of enemies.
It's possible.
Yay! I done goofed.
I mean, we're here to grind out some devils, right,
I was gonna
Steve?
say, let's do it. This is just
Let's do it.
This is just free XP in my pocket.
XP farming. Level 7 by the end of the night.
Can we just keep walking in the, back and forth across the same 2 squares over and over?
You
Reload
actually
the
have to
thing.
go 4 squares. It won't respawn the monsters
We'll
unless
just-
you go 4 squares over.
We'll just clear this entire side of the city before we cross.
Okay. Gotta hit
There
all
you
the
go.
spawn plates.
And when we run out of streets, we'll go in the buildings.
Right. The few buildings that are actually like have entrances to them, like, you know, the nose hairs of Nozzle God or something like that. Speaking of that, so as you come close to a corner, there's debris and everywhere, and you're kind of moving cautiously, and Lulu's kind of floating out ahead, just sort of doing things because you don't care what she does, and suddenly she like stops and then like flutters back to you, and she's like, "There's something terrible over there."
Yeah, you.
You have to be a little bit more specific. We are in hell.
Everything here is terrible.
Oh, specific. It's on a flaming horse. It looks awful.
Come, Raylan, let's slay this beast. I go around the corner, challenge it.
Yeah, I step right up to it.
So you just step,
Call it dumb.
you square up in the middle of
Straight
town.
plate, straight face. Rivik's like, your mother was an angel. Ha.
So it does that whole like sort of Western thing where like there's a mounted armored devil with just like spikes everywhere on a nightmare horse that's just flaming hooves. It blows flame from its nostrils. Its mane, it's made of flame itself.
Oh,
And
so I can like square up on it and slowly kind of put my hand right over the hilt of my blade, but it hovers just across like a Western gunslinger just off of his
I need the whistle.
gun. And then the horse is like doing its hooves kind of like
A fireball rolls across the square.
is there anything terrible I can do to you at this point?
no.
I mean,
Oh, okay, cool. I can do something. So, it looks at you and you can already feel like the anger swelling up inside of you.
Oh,
Raylan.
oh, before it starts, there's something I'm doing.
Okay. What do you do?
I channel divinity.
You channel divinity. What does that do?
I have 2 channel divinity powers now.
Okay.
Burning a source point.
Let me read the other one. You can present your holy symbol. By creature must be a creature. Oh, which one do I do?
And that's exactly what Raylan says in real life.
He's looking all badass for a moment, and then he like sort of loosens his pose, like, which one do I
He
do?
looks in his How to Be a Paladin book.
Okay, I'm gonna
Paladin for
I'm gonna
dummies.
post both of these so you can see the powers I have now. 'cause
Okay.
they're both so awesome.
Are we doing a fan vote?
Sure.
That means you got to double post them. Because that'll scroll way past view.
When you take this oath, you gain the
Long
following
story
two-
short, I can either frighten something with my divinity, including fiends.
Ooh.
That actually, fiends and undead have disadvantage on this saving throw from me. Or I can channel divinity on anything I can see and have advantage on all attacks for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you for what it's about to do to you. You need to have a stare off.
So, advantage it is.
All right. So you want us to do a stare off?
So it looks at you, and it's just like, mortal, flee. And at this point, I need you to give me a charisma check.
Do-do-do. Wah, wah, wah.
25.
Damn. So
Suck it.
you're like, suck it, demon. And
Yeah. Respond back. Fiend. Flee.
what is
And I channel my divinity back into it, and I'll do the frighten.
what's the rule for the frightened?
Choose one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw unless it is immune to being frightened. Fiends,
I'm gonna say no at this point.
Okay. Because if not, I'll just take the advantage and I'll hack it to bits.
No. I wanna see what happens here.
Fiends and undead have disadvantage on this saving throw.
He was going to get disadvantage anyways because you beat his terrifying commands.
On a failed save, the creature is frightened for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. While frightened, the creature's speed is 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna make a wisdom save. Let's see what happens. 12.
Ooh, my save DC is 14.
It is frozen in place for a moment, as it's like it tried to like step up to you and it didn't, and you were just like, fuck off. And so yeah.
So
Fuck off.
I look at it and I just kind of look at it like, fiend. You have no, even in this pit of hell, you have no power against a monitor. And I look at everybody else and I tell them, strike him down now before he can do anything. And we should all, like, everyone ready your action and let's all hit him at once and just explodinate this guy.
Yeah, that can happen. Everybody gets a surprise round, so let's just roll initiative to see what order we get.
Okay.
Oops, that was the wrong.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think you hit your token, Tyler.
I did. I don't know why I didn't take it though.
Yeah, same for me. That was weird.
Maybe it can't take too many at once.
Maybe so. Wow.
Might not have cleared it out before we did that.
That would explain a lot about Sunday nights.
I rolled the worst. Cool.
How'd you roll a 0? Oh, 3.
Cool. Cool. Everybody go. Rivik, you first.
That's a 26 and a 28 to hit. Since he's stunned.
Oh, that's right. He's got advantage. I'm like, how does a 17 equal 20? But yeah, those both hit.
14.
14 damage.
And just, I guess, mechanically speaking, all of these actions would go off at the same time.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Midnight. What you do?
Give it
We're
all you
fighting
got.
this thing, right? I don't really have offensive spells though.
You have advantage with your mace though, because you can't move.
That is true. I'm gonna smack him with it. Oop. Yay, I got a 12. Wait, no. 13.
13.
Is it 13 hit?
No, you go running up and you scream your little cat meows and you miss.
Yay!
You don't have
Raylan's.
any damaging spells?
You don't really
Nope.
get them till later on.
I spent the week going through every book in 5e, and your cleric spell list is, we should convert her to a druid.
Huh.
That's all I'm saying.
No sacred flame?
Sacred Flame, they're immune to fire.
But it's sacred.
Isn't it
Yeah.
radiant damage too?
Partially, and it's a cantrip.
Right.
I only have 4 cantrips.
Right, she didn't take that cantrip.
Yeah.
She has spiritual guardians, but that's 3rd level, and she doesn't have a lot of those spells yet.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Raylan, it's your
I
turn.
get the cool stuff later on. Not
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. All right. I charge the horse riding bad guy.
Do you
and
accept the rage or do you resist it?
I want the rage.
Then you automatically have a +2 to all your attacks.
Yeah, I do.
And damage.
Let's do it.
Okay.
No shield this time.
Oh, wow. Ballsy. The shield's like, you dare sheath me.
17 to hit? No,
miss.
19 to hit.
Oh, still
20
miss.
to hit.
What?
+2 for the rage, +1
And
for
his
the
vote.
extra bonus.
It does hit then.
Yes.
He's like, fuck, I forgot all that stuff.
Sean's like, they rolled almost the best random mob.
And then 23.
23. That definitely hits too.
All right.
Because we basically get 2 full actions each before it can go.
I am. I'm going to smite on one of these attacks.
Okay.
We'll see which one. Oh, on that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Divine Smiting at level 2 on this guy. Because screw
Cool.
this guy.
Fuck that guy.
Oh! Finally. Here we go.
So
All
this
right.
guy's
Well,
thing's
he
just
did.
like
That's the end of that.
stunned in fear and like you just wailing on it, and suddenly like this blast of energy comes from out of nowhere as the gods themselves pierce the veil of hell and just sliced at him themselves. He's looking. It's okay. He's doing all right.
You still got to roll damage for that second
I was going
attack.
to say, just to clarify, that's 14 slashing damage. That's technically magical. 8 radiant. Plus another 12 radiant for 20 radiant damage on him for that
Yep.
smite. Oof. That feels good. That feels real good. All right.
Does it though?
Second attack. It does.
Come on, Steve, let's see if we can do 60 damage in 2 turns.
Oh, that was almost another 10 on that D10. That's going to be 11 slashing damage.
Yep, that's 60.
Not looking okay. He, again, it just and the horse like bays up and just like and just yeah. This guy's having a bad day.
Bad
Catherine.
day. He's having
Mark
having a whole fucking bad year.
Yeah,
So is
right.
this guy looking like not so good?
We did
or...
He's
58
looking more
damage
like
to
death.
him, Tetra. 58.
And he's still looking okay. His armor's a little dinged up.
Hmm. What the heck? Mhm. Yeah, we'll just Eldritch Blast. Keep it simple.
All right, cool.
2 blasties.
Blast these.
First blasty,
Ooh, that's a good blast.
28. That hit.
That hits.
That's 9 force. $16.
Yeah.
So 18 total.
Gotcha. Still looking fairly okay. And it's his turn, and he becomes
Except,
unshaken.
yes. Bitch. Not you, the Nightmare Rider.
Actually, I'm gonna fuck you guys. So he kind of comes out of his
I
his
did
stupor,
nothing. I'm innocent.
and he comes out of his stupor, and he's just like, "Ugh," and like he touches his chest, and suddenly like his hands glow, and just like flames shoot out, and you can see like all the dents in his armor are healed, and everything comes back to normal on him, and yeah. He looks like he just healed all the damage that you guys did.
Well, then I want my
You just
smites
ruined.
back.
You just ruined Raylan's best smite in the game. You will have an inspiration point.
That escalated quickly.
Just because you don't want it to die.
He has a power that can do that. So, but Raylan, I will give you an inspiration point because, yeah,
Hell sucks.
I mean,
he's have
it's
powers.
like-
Rivik, it's your turn.
Switch psychic or switch psionic focus, and he has to make an intelligence save.
Oh, God damn those intelligence saves. Not great.
$25 psychic.
And so he like does it, and he gets this grin on his face, and then suddenly he clutches his head and has the worst headache in the world.
And then bonus action.
What's your total strike there?
What?
Is that an 18 to hit?
No, in this focus, that's 22 to hit.
Nice. That hits. What's damage? 7. Okay. Cool. Midnight. It's your turn.
No, that's not 7. That's 11.
Okay. What you do?
Wait, nope. Sorry, that's adding dex. 9. That's 9, not 7. Have to take off the dex and replace it with intelligence, so it's 9 damage.
Okay. Midnight. What you do on your turn? What you do?
I cast hold person.
Cool. How does that work? Post that one up.
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends the target.
All right, cool. I'm gonna roll a wisdom save. Ooh, I might not make it. What's the DC against that?
15 is my spell save DC.
You know what? Gotta give it to you. He's now held. He's held in place.
Yay! I did a thing.
What? So he can't move. He can't do anything. Can he take any actions, or is he just frozen in place for a round?
He's paralyzed for the duration, so until the he can't do nothing. He can't react, at least from what I'm understanding.
Okay. And
He
what
can
does-
make a saving throw at the end of his turn until he makes
Yeah.
it, but he loses every turn that he makes the save.
Okay. Cool.
So
Awesome.
That
Raylan.
does not break with damage. Holy crap.
No, it's a pretty powerful spell.
All right. Let's wail.
you're welcome.
Raylan.
Oh, shoot. You said Raylan. Yeah,
did.
I'm going to wail on this guy 2 more times with two-handed awesomeness. Because he's held and he has he's paralyzed, these are at advantage.
Okay.
21,
That hits.
23. No, 20. No, natural 20 because advantage. Ha-ha!
Gasp. All right.
Yes!
Roll the damage on that.
First one is 8 slashing damage.
All right.
The second one is,
Wait, are you in a rage?
you're right, 10 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, double ones on the crit? Are you serious?
Happens. Yep.
That's 9 more slashing damage on double ones.
Okay, cool. But still, it's crit.
Yeah, 9
crit's
damage
crit.
is 9 damage. I'll take it. It's just, that's unfortunate.
You
I
know.
mean, 19 overall is not bad, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still really good damage. It's just all that anticipation.
Sheesh.
You're not Tim Curry. Stop it.
But I can honor the man and his awesomeness.
Kethra.
You're
you
not
got?
in drag. It doesn't count.
Does this guy still in the air? Was
How
he
do you know?
ever in the air?
No, he
There's a
was never in the
whole-
air. He's on top of a flaming
That's true.
horse. A flaming black horse.
For some reason, I just imagine him flying in.
I mean-
It's
on
a
the horse.
nightmare.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Get it? Yeah, it's an extra creature.
All right. Well. Well, since he can't move. Is that a bone? That is a bone. Okay. I'm gonna sidle up right next to him and pop my shielding aura.
Okay.
Aurora. Not that I need the damage reduction, but it'll give extra damage.
Okay, cool.
So that was my bonus, and then I will. Actually, I won't be right next to him. I will be 10 feet away,
Okay.
and then I will double Eldritch Blast him in the face.
Oh no!
In the first.
14. I don't think that hit.
Wow, that's okay.
Does that hit?
That hits.
Oh,
Oh, wait. No, actually, he's at advantage at this point because he's stuck. So, yeah, you hit. That's 16 damage. Took that away.
16 for the first one, and
21 to hit. That hits.
13 for the second.
All right. You've actually hit him for a lot more damage this time.
And on the end of his next turn, he will, if he doesn't move, he's gonna take some damage.
All right. Speaking of which, let's see if he moves. That's a wisdom save, if I remember correctly.
Wisdom save, yes, must be 15 or higher.
All right. Let's see what happens. Get the fuck out.
What
fails.
is?
Ha!
He fails.
No. I need the number.
It's a 10. He rolled a 10.
Ah, yes.
The funny part is the other one was a natural 20. So yeah, good time. Catherine, how much damage does he take?
He
'Cause he
takes 12 radiant.
My goodness. And like chunks have fallen off of his armor. Like he's kind of got the black ichor out of the eyes and the mouth, and like he's just looking beat up at this point. Not
He deserves it.
How does
not well.
the shielding aura, is that the one with all the blades that come out and like spin around?
Oh, this is just my one of my ASMR.
Ah, okay.
And she can project an aura of danger.
I'm trying to
No, actually, it's-
visualize it in my head.
Actually, it's one of my from my patron.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
My ASMR one is my necrotic shroud.
Nice.
Oh.
I got shrouds for days.
Shrouds. Shrouds on shrouds on shrouds.
Rivik, it's your turn.
Same as last time.
So-
Intelligence
Alright.
saving throw.
Have we hit
Ooh.
200 damage on this guy yet?
Yes, technically you have.
Oh! Come on!
23, not 20. You know what? You can take your intelligence
Well,
damage. and
wait,
shove
wait.
it.
Is that?
That's not
Like-
all or nothing, bro. That's
I
just
know.
half. Half of
Yeah,
this.
but don't. He's at disadvantage though, isn't he?
He rolled two 20s.
I can see the roll.
Okay.
You
It's
still
a nat
take
20.
22. Suck it.
And at that point, his head explodes and he falls limp off of the nightmare. And the nightmare just sort of like looks down at him, shrugs, and starts to walk away.
Wait, come back! I want to pet you.
That horse is incredibly evil.
I want to know what it feels like.
Kind of looks at you, snorts, walks away.
We should
I
smoke
have
the horse.
apples.
It walks away and disappears into nothing after a few moments.
I have sugar cubes.
Although it does have a tackle on the drops on the ground as it disappears.
Nice.
Or
Nice.
attack. It's called attack.
Like a block and tackle?
Like a horse tack.
He means the saddle and the parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit and bridle.
Yeah. All that drops on the ground.
It is free from its master. I am satisfied.
So,
Rivik wouldn't care about that midnight, but you should put that in your bag so you can sell it later.
Okay. He just picks it up and just stuffs it in there, and she's just like, "Hold on, let me just hold on." And she's like having to play Tetris because
In a bag of holding.
bag of holding. She's got like too many books. She's got to like move things around a little bit.
So, pause for a moment. So, I see why this encounter was thrown in here, but I don't know why. Because anybody who plays D&D just lets kill it because it's a monster, right? Which is what I figured would happen. This thing was level 13, and it just got the worst of saves. And you guys destroyed it twice over. So. You may
Welcome
all
to
have,
5e, everyone.
You may all have
Like, it didn't
inspiration
even really
points.
get that bad of saves ultimately. Like,
Right. It just failed enough where like things did not go its way.
So that was about double our
everybody,
level.
we killed something twice, a challenge rating twice our level. Twice.
To be fair, though, in this game, solo opponents go down. Really
Oh yeah,
easy.
for sure.
Right.
That's just
Yeah.
the mechanic of the
This
game.
game. This game is built for mobs on mobs.
and mobs. Yeah.
Like it had 3 attacks it could have done, but
They got the turn.
yeah, it never got a turn. So
You're welcome.
Just-
you are indeed.
And just remember, if he would have attacked anyone except me with him standing next to me, I would have gotten to hit him again for free.
Right. So yay. Anyway, Lulu's like, wow, you guys killed it. Cool. Yeah, good job, guys.
I ignore Lulu, as usual.
Midnight
carry
says
on.
nothing. She just starts doodling in her book.
Head north.
Head north. You head to the next intersection. Who wants to roll a d10?
I'll
Busy
roll
petting
this
slobber
time.
chops.
A deed. Said 10 or 20.
Slobber
Oh,
chop so much.
somebody else got it.
10.
Oh, dear.
Oh
10.
no. He got a natural 10. Mhm.
So,
A needle pulling thread.
you pass by a building and you hear pounding coming from the front door. Just like this loud noise.
I open the door.
So it's sort of stuck for a moment, and you can't open it. Give me a strength check.
Oh, I can open it. I can open it. I want to know how I can open it.
You can try.
I use my cantrip.
It's not locked.
Yeah, it causes instantly an unlocked door or window to fly open.
Oh, it does.
So if
Okay.
it's unlocked,
Boom.
I can touch it.
So, Rivik was standing at the door trying to open it. Midnight's like, I got this, and you cast it against it. And is that a ranged one, or do you have to be next to it to do this?
Range of 30 feet, so I do not have
Oh.
to be up close to
So you're
it.
just like, I can do this, and you just point your finger, and all of a sudden the door flies open, and zombies come spilling out onto the street.
Zombies.
Like the door opens, but then the whole front facade of the building falls over, and just like
Like a cheap set.
like a cheap set, and just a ton of zombies spill out, and you're all surrounded by zombies. What do
Oh,
you do?
great.
Quick, does anyone have a Zamboni?
Just so you
to kill
know,
the zombies?
We have a really awesome game on Wednesdays. They came from the grave. Check it out.
Ha ha ha, you're gonna get killed by a
segue.
Zamboni in a minute.
Oh gosh. Anyway, so actually,
Shameless
let's
plug here.
give me initiative rolls.
Zombies don't deserve the cool drums.
Actually, let me. There we go. Go ahead and give me initiative rolls.
Should have given cool drums to the nightmare guy though.
Oh, did mine not go?
Nice, Raylan.
Yeah, I
Oh,
finally got
jeez,
an
man, what is-
okay-ish initiative.
You rolled a nat 20 on initiative.
Cool. So there's just zombies all around you. You're just like hordes of them coming out of this house, and they're just like scraping up against your armor, and like they're actually trying to go for Rhea and the people on Tensor's floating disc. Rivik, what do you do? What kind of action do you take? Sort of theater mind, free form sort of attack actions. What do you do?
Rivik has yet to use psionic restoration, but he's going to use it now in a 30-foot burst. Of healing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
30-foot burst of positive energy. I can roll if you want, or you can just kill all the zombies.
No, I want to see what happens. Roll
Okay.
it.
Wisdom saves for them because they would try to resist it.
16.
Blow another point. They all take 10 radiant, and then you all heal if anybody was hurt.
Yeah, if anybody's hurt, you're healed. And then
Okay.
suddenly this burst of
Yep, 20. That's
20.
safe for half for them.
Suddenly a burst of energy like goes out from Rivik himself near the front door, and a lot of zombies just sort of like go up in holy flame. But there's still a bunch around. So
And then I hit another one.
no, well, you can save your attacks. That's good.
No, I want to hit one in the head and explode a zombie in the head, damn it.
You may explode a zombie in the head. That will definitely. What's the actual damage? See how far above threshold you make.
Just as lightning strikes in Syrinscape.
You kick that
Yes.
one, and like it's already on. It's already got like flaming holy flame on it, and then you just like a super kick party, and like its head goes flying onto the next alley. Rayland, what kind of super action you want to do against this zombie horde?
It's a really good question. Apparently paladins don't turn undead anymore
No,
by default.
no.
I do.
You do. I'm just gonna start slashing away at zombies.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Yeah. Jeez, does a 10 hit the zombies?
So a 10 does hit zombies, and you just start swinging your sword, and you're just like slashing through a bunch of them. Like you sense that the armor is not as angry towards undead as it is towards devils and fiends, but you can tell like it has a severe distaste towards them. But not
So it
enough
doesn't
to get
hate
you
them,
angry.
it's just not really that cool with them.
Yeah, it's just more like it. Yeah, like it wouldn't buy them sandwiches if you had to put it somewhere.
Okay. Alright, second attack!
Okay, cool.
14.
Cool. And you just slice through another field of zombies, and there's just, it seems like there's an endless supply of zombies.
Just out of
Cool.
just out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. 20 slashing damage into the horde of
Into
zombies.
the fray.
You're
Yeah.
just like cutting them down left and right, like, and they're like climbing on top of you, and you're just like reaching over and stabbing it with your sword and flinging it, and knocking down more zombies. Like it's a spectacle to behold.
So I like hack one down, then I
Mhm.
stab it, but I stab it so hard my sword gets stuck in the ground. And then
Right.
one zombie's like jumping at me, and I catch it, and then I rock bottom the zombie onto another zombie.
There you go. And that actually, the force of it actually flings your sword up, and it goes flipping up, and you catch it like midair.
Yeah.
And then you slash through another zombie.
Yeah. Just trying to cut my way through. But this doesn't seem like we're really like this is an endless quote unquote horde, basically, like kind of floating out of this place.
Yeah, like this looks like there was a lot of people held up in this place or something, but
Okay. Then, as my bonus action, I will take my shield out and kind of reset back up and tell everyone, "Get behind me, and I'll push through. There's too many of them."
all right, cool. Midnight. What do you do?
Turn undead.
How does that work?
Nope.
She just turns undead. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, she's undead now. Damn
She
it.
becomes a zombie.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. Each undead that you can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay.
A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take any reactions. For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from the effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay.
So, yeah. They're going to part the way.
Actually, you're level 6 now, right?
She is.
Yes.
So starting at level 5, if they fail to save.
Actually, they can become instantly destroyed, yes.
Let's see. Oh.
Explodinate zombies.
Yes. Explodinating the zombies.
What's the DC?
15 is my spell saving throw.
Midnight
So-
was a cat. No. Midnight
A
was
black cat.
What prayer do you say? Like what do you exclaim as you raise your holy symbol above your head?
The power of augment compels you.
Very
And suddenly,
classic.
like, there's a burst of radiant energy from her, and it's like really slow mo. And then as it goes, washes over everyone and all over the zombies, like as this field of energy goes through them, they instantly start to disintegrate, and every zombie around her just turns to ash and dust and is caught up in the hell winds. Suddenly, it's just like it's quiet for one single moment, and then the agonist screams and horrible monster sounds start up again. But all the zombies around you are dead.
And as the wind blows and some of the ash goes into Kethra's face and mouth, she instantly turns to Midnight and says, "I hate you yet love you at the same time."
Cool.
She just kind of dusts her clothes off and looks at Kethra. I love you too. And then she just keeps on walking like absolutely nothing happened, and she just didn't like kill everything.
It was like, that was really cool, Midnight.
She says nothing, keeps walking.
Wow, you guys are mean. So you kind of are able to see inside the building at this point, and it looked like an old schoolhouse. And you notice like there's these big barrels on the far side.
I don't like
I investigate the barrel.
Raylan doesn't like that. What did Kethra say?
I investigate the barrel.
You investigate the barrels. Colossal
I
Red
also
Dragon.
wanna help.
Not really.
that. You're gonna find a bunch of school children in those barrels.
Wow,
Perhaps.
that's
I mean,
dark.
you weren't going to, but now you do.
He spends a lot of time on Shutter.
Yeah. No, actually, it's 5 casks of 3 gallons of fresh water are each stored in all of them.
Oh.
Well, those go on the
Yay!
disc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, put them on the disc.
How much can the disc hold? I can't remember.
500 pounds.
Okay.
As much as we say goes on the disc.
Until the DM says it clanks on the ground.
No, not
Fair
even.
enough.
It's entirely up to the players.
All right. So where do you guys go from here?
Keep leading the way, Kethra.
I guess we'll skirt west again, or along the little curve.
All right. Put you here. And you can actually see through some crumbling buildings and other stuff. You actually see one of the bridges that's close by. You're not far. but somebody roll me a d20.
It's your turn, Kethra.
Oh boy.
And Steve should roll the next if Kethra gets an encounter.
Oh,
Yep, your turn, Steve.
D10?
d10.
Wait, did Midnight roll one of these yet? Because I rolled it last
Yes,
time.
I rolled a 7 earlier.
Yeah,
She pulled up the nightmare.
yeah. She pulled up the nightmare.
Me and her did the nightmare. Now it's you and Dwayne.
3.
3.
Oop.
All right. So you notice, you cut out of the corner of your eye, you see like 4 cloaked figures sneak out of an alleyway, and they run immediately into the next building, as if they're trying not to be seen. What do you do? What do you do?
I wanna
Fireball
roll
that
for-
building.
Oh.
Fireball the building.
Midnight. You didn't sound like you didn't want to fireball the building.
I don't want to fire the building. I actually kind of want to, like...
Good, because none of us have fireball.
Speak for yourself. Just kidding. I don't have fireball either. I want to either like do stealth like to catch up to them, or like roll perception to see if I noticed anything about them.
They're not far, so if you want to like sneak up to the front door and roll a stealth check to not be seen and peer inside, that would be what you want to do.
Then yes, that's what I want to do. $26? Natural 20?
You are
What?
you're like, I want to know what this is, and you actually like do midnight run up to the door, but then you like sort of like do whole cat like hiding thing. You sort of like slink around and you can peer inside, no problem. And you see these 4 cloaked figures. There's a table, and you just hear this ravenous eating, but you also smell this horrible, horrible stench. Give me a Constitution check.
Oh,
7?
please. This is playing out in my head so awesomely.
Oh.
So like you're being all, and like you get around the corner, and just, oh god, and you just start coughing
Oh,
uncontrollably.
no, it's even better. It's that weird, like, gag that cats do, where, like, their whole entire body just rolls. And she's just, like, making this noise, and she, like, it was making this weird, like, horrible noise, and then she coughs up a hairball, because, like, it just caused a massive, like, reflux, like... Oh. Okay. Haven't done that in a while.
You all see this, and then from inside the house, like 4 things just all immediately notice you, and one comes running at you and tries to attack you. Does the 24 hit you?
Cool.
Yes.
I'll leap in the
Why?
way and take the hit again.
Oh, yeah, that's
Aw.
right. You're still trying to do that, aren't you? So cute. Okay, cool. You actually take 12 damage. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you
I didn't
about
know you
that.
can move that fast, Rivik.
I can move pretty far in a turn.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. So Rivik, how much damage have you taken as part of that? The whole compared to your overall HP.
Well, he did
30
get
round
mass
down.
heal that last time.
30 round down. Okay, cool. 30 versus your total HP.
Oh, it's not quite half, but close.
Oh, half.
Real
Okay,
close.
cool. Good enough. We'll do this. So at this point, you've actually like sort of you felt the need to sacrifice your own life for others, and at this point, you realize that like if you sort of let go of an 1/8 of your HP, you'll actually channel that your 1/8 of your total max HP. You'll actually channel that into the powers of the robe and it'll magically enhance itself.
That's weird math, but I'll do it.
All right.
So how much?
Round down or round up?
Round down, since this could totally fuck you in some way.
Done.
And you
So what's your health at right now, Rivik?
Still higher than Steve's max.
Well, no, just the reason I asked is just if you need a heal. I got you.
52 this turn. Next turn, my temporary hit points will kick back in and it'll be 56.
Okay. So then you're
All
fine.
right.
When you drop to your 30s, let me know.
And this is why it's an 8th, and the power's in Discord. So that's what you have now.
Cool. I'm for it.
All right. So what he got? If the wearer sacrifices a fourth of his max HP, the wearer may embolden his psychic powers with his life force. Psionic save and attack DCs are increased by 2. If the wearer takes a long rest, he may regain half of the lost max HP back. However, the other half are sacrificed to his psionic soul. So he kind of did it in a weird way, and I'm going to let it go.
Right. Okay.
So good enough. Yeah. So his psionic powers are much more deadly at this point.
One more cool thing to go.
One more cool thing to go. Cool.
So this thing could possibly kill you.
No, it's just the one-time thing that he would have had to sacrifice to get the power. So he's fine.
Okay.
He just had to sort of give up something of himself to get the power, the ability.
Got it.
Cool. Everybody give me initiative saves. Or initiative rolls. I guess maybe it's a save, kind of.
Remember to pause a little bit between rolls because that's what's happening.
Okay, go ahead.
Boop.
Where?
Oh, funny, I had Lulu selected.
Initiative, Steve.
Yes, sorry about that.
Why?
I now have doggos I have to take care of, so I apologize.
That's
Beat
why
you to
you
it.
need
I'm
to get a
back.
cat.
Here we go.
Cat's poop in a box.
All right, cool. So, Midnight, you're actually going first this time. What do you do? This thing just bit the crap, or tried to bite the crap out of you, but Rivik took it for you.
I immediately, because I noticed they were eating something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try to talk to them.
They
I go
are.
through all the different languages that I know, Infernal included.
They immediately start. They kind of look at you when you speak common to them, whatever you say to them, but they just right back at you.
Okay.
These things are they're very sunken in. Their skin is gray. They have a long tongue, just gross tongue hanging out of them.
Are they ghouls?
They are what you would call a ghast.
I don't think I speak their language.
No.
Not yet, anyway.
But they are truly beyond saving and just chaotic hungry at this point and want to eat your face.
Chaotic hungry. Oh my god.
Damn it, I can't create food yet. I can only create water.
Oh yeah, you also failed your thing. So you're actually paralyzed for the moment. Give me a constitution.
Wait, I
check.
am?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I threw up.
Oh right, because of the stench.
Constitution, you said?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Oh
my God.
You're
An
still
8.
just
Yikes.
you're like, you try to talk and you say something and you just gag and like, I wish I could feed you.
Wait.
Yes.
More waiting. Whenever you make a saving.
Ignore that. That was supposed to happen.
Okay.
Wait. Haha. Hold on. What did you roll?
I rolled a 7. No, an 8.
An 8.
So from now on, Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of me makes a saving throw, that creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to my charisma modifier. Because I now have an aura of protection that always radiates off of me. My
Look at you,
gods
paladin
will help
boy.
me. So everyone, you have a plus. If you're standing 10 feet from me, you have a +3 to all saves when you roll.
Cool. So midnight. With that, you actually you recover.
Oh. Cool.
Sorry, I just remembered that I just got that at this level, so we haven't been using it, so I'm trying to remember too.
Yeah. That's actually that would be your turn though, is to become ungross.
How many did you say it was? 3?
I currently have a +3 to charisma.
Yeah, no.
Got it.
Okay.
It has been
Cool.
added to my global modifier.
Cool. All right. Kethra, it's actually your turn.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I actually rolled a 1 and a 2 for once. You got to step up.
Yeah, no. I was like, wait, it's red. Oh, but he still got a 12.
This is a 1 and then a 2. I have advantage on initiative.
So I mean, since Rivik's being all cool with his equipment, Kethra's got to be cool with her equipment too.
Okay.
Since she's a little bit distance away from Midnight because she ran up all sneakily like.
Okay.
As this ghast is going for her, she's just gonna say, well, shit, go with it. She pulls out her longsword and she just chucks it right at the coming ghast.
Nice. So what happens is this thing goes flying. Roll your attack.
Now is that gonna be Dex or Strength?
Just treat it like your Eldritch
a regular?
Blast. Yeah.
Oh, like my Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, basically. Or
Oh.
no.
I'll just do it like a.
Roll its attack normally that it would attack. I'm sorry.
That would be normal right there.
Okay, cool. That actually hits. So does its damage?
Wow, that's a bunch of 1.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I need to stat their blocks here. So you throw it out and it like sticks into it. It's just like and it looks at you and it makes a hideous noise. But then you feel compelled with the thought to call the sword back to your hand, and it comes flying back and lands in your hand.
Sweet.
So the sword itself now has the throwing property to it, or the returning ability, I should say. So, yeah, you now have a returning longsword.
And I just kind of go, what the hell?
So is this his singing blade too?
Yeah, it's the same blade.
Sweet.
So when it has the name Ariel, does it sound like Ariel, like Little Mermaid?
That's what I imagined. Like,
Okay.
when I wrote the name down, I'm like, I'm gonna name it Ariel.
That's the other thing you missed, Steve. Dwayne and I have now both unlocked level 2 of our gear.
Oh, look at Mr. and Mrs.
Now it's up to
Fancy
you.
here.
I'll be
your gear is
honest,
kind of level 2 to begin with, I guess.
I don't know what some of the other ones are gonna be, and if they are, I don't know when it's gonna.
Cool. Rivik, it's your turn.
I'm still next to Midnight. So I will use this opportunity to do my free saving throw movement I can do once per long rest. Put it on Constitution. In a minute, you're going to make me safe.
Okay.
And then the nearest one can make an intelligence saving throw.
They're not great at this, so let's
I
see what
know.
happens. 17.
That no longer succeeds.
Damn it! What have I done?
17 damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I guess I should be recording damage.
Power the man up. Expect consequences.
I know, right? What am I thinking? How much damage? 17 damage?
Correct.
All right. That one is not looking good either.
And then bonus action.
Bonus
Punch it.
action.
Punch it in
Punch
its
it.
gross face.
Oh no.
Damn.
Oh,
It gets punched. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it gets punched dead in the face.
KO.
That's
Raylan.
beautiful.
It's your turn. What do you do?
So there were multiple of these things. I apologize.
Yes,
Step away.
there are
Describe the
3.
enemies to me.
There are 3. They are gas. They're like very tall, very pale skinned, sort of gray skinned with like long, disgusting tongues, and like their hands are sort of twisted and shaped. They're basically just giant claws at this point, and they smell terrible. Also, Rivik, I need you to give me a Constitution check.
Maybe
Like,
you smell
forget?
terrible.
Nice.
And you're fine. It smells like death, cat farts, and just the worst thing.
Oh, cat farts are so gross. I had to deal with one before the game started.
Raylan, what you do?
Are they undead or fiends?
They are undead.
All right, cool. Then I will move up. I still have my shield. I did take my shield out. I did say that from before, so I'll stick with that for now.
Okay.
Move forward and start hacking away at one of them.
All right, go ahead.
Boom! It's a natural 20 hit.
Yeah, that hits. Are you hitting the one
No,
that's
those nat
damaged,
20s.
or one that is
If one has
not
taken
damaged?
damage, I will attack that one.
Okay, cool. Roll your damage on it.
14, 15 slashing damage.
It is slash damaged into oblivion as you just cut it in half, and it just sort of like
Boom!
grossly falls on the floor.
Slice and dice. Then I will use my second attack on the other Geist.
Gassed.
Geist.
Sure. Pronounce it wrong in front of thousands
You
of
must not
viewers.
use undead in this game much.
Does a 14 hit it?
Yeah, it does.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool. Then
Is it
8 slashing damage.
Cool. All right. It is
So yeah, just come in, take one down completely, just like a diagonal slash through it. It, like half of his body like flies up and does like flips before landing, and I'll just turn and start like trying to like antagonize the other one, open up an opportunity for somebody else.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't like you.
Bring it on.
To which I need you to give me a Constitution save.
Oh crap! But I don't want to.
I
Did
still
you just
need
tell
to
the
see
DM no?
I did.
I need to see it.
15, 16,
Again.
19.
Garbage, cat farts, death, and you want to throw up. You do kind of throw up a little bit in your mouth, but you manage to like swallow it back down and maintain your composure.
Bile.
As it tries to claw you in the face. Just
Nope.
12 hit you.
Nope.
Don't look at my numbers.
Nope.
he can't. To be fair, he can't really help it. It's like right there when
It
you're
is
the
know what,
like
caster.
right here. You know, if you want to produce this
Yeah, and
show-
listen to Syrinscape all night.
That's way too much to do in like one day.
Gonna make everyone a DM and not tell Sean, and they can all see it.
It's fucked up.
I would not do that to you.
Kethra, one like runs past them and tries to claw you in the face. Oh, fucking fails. Prusset probably gets a attack of opportunity
I was
from
going to say,
Raylan.
am I close enough to be considered Sentinel right now?
I will say that it is, and you totally do.
4, does a 12 hit it?
No.
Or is he
wait,
flanking
then-
because there's 3 of us in melee?
No.
Then I will use my inspiration you gave me to roll a d6,
Okay.
add a 2, turning that 12 into a 14,
You hit.
which we know hits. It takes another 7 slashing damage.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
And it sort of like gets hit.
And its movement is 0 now. It cannot move.
Oh, so it tries to go and attack Kethra, misses, and that's where I rolled a 1, and then it suddenly stopped and like sort of looks at you and is just like, really? Like you're
Yeah, you still have hamstring, man. Like, I know you're.
I like
undead.
that better when it's the shield because you're just like clang and it's just sitting there vibrating.
That's actually not a bad call. We can do that. But for this one specifically, I'm imagining he's running past me, and I still just like slice his like hamstring.
yeah,
It's like-
works for me.
I'm undead. How does that work?
Yeah, he's just like looking at his foot like, what the? I don't get it. Midnight, it's your turn.
Hey man, doesn't matter if you're alive or not. If you have a hamstring, that leg doesn't work.
Yeah.
Midnight wants to swing her morning star and whack at the nearest one.
All right, let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's do. Come on.
Not to be mean, but is she still paralyzed or whatever?
No, she broke free of that.
Oh, okay.
Because of my aura.
17.
Totally hits. What's the damage?
6.
6. Nice.
Boom.
You actually wound one, and it's
I actually hurt one.
you hurt one. You're good. You're well on your way.
Claire hurt a thing.
I hurt one. Yay! Praise Ogman.
Kethra,
Oh god.
one tried to get
I
off
knew
in
my
your face,
husband
but
wouldn't let
failed.
me down.
There you go.
How many are left?
2.
And neither of them are inside of the house building.
No, they've all run outside where
Okay.
you guys were.
Darn, I was gonna jump through the window.
Holy crap! Your last name's Brightwood?
Yeah.
Huh.
He notices 8 sessions later.
Yeah.
Like, it's been how many months? It's been like almost. It's been at least a month.
Don't
Come on,
worry
Steve.
about it.
It's because I don't put it on the overlay. That's the real problem.
I mean, but it's always been in the turn order.
Hey,
Yeah, it's always in the turn.
And
order.
anytime that I roll anything,
I think I look at you guys' turn order.
I don't have names on the turn order except mine.
I think it's for DM view.
Wait, then how's Dwayne seeing it?
yeah,
Oh, then I don't know. I have no.
I
I
can
don't
only
know. Oh,
I can
well.
only see my name and the that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
have. I just see my name and like the enemy.
Oh yeah, so you wouldn't see my name. Never mind.
Steve Wood, he's a DM.
Yeah, Steve doesn't have an excuse.
Steve's a cheater.
Anyways, what does Kessler do? I don't know. I mean, she's
Give
doing
really
pretty good
good
with this
dating
sword.
advice.
So
that's true. Do you want to?
That will be ignored.
Right?
I did what Kethra told me.
No, you
Sort of.
didn't. No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
it was
You
close
know.
enough.
Some of it.
Horseshoes, right?
Tomato, tomato.
I'll
In this
just
case, you could have gotten laid by the tomato, but you know.
actually, you know what? Let's make it fancy.
I can just hear Bob Barker's voice like, "Don't sexually assault your tomatoes." Like, I don't know.
No, you're supposed to spay and neuter your pets, man.
Spay and neuter your pets and don't sexually assault tomatoes. Like, have a good night, everyone. I don't know.
With his bizarrely thin pencil microphone.
Right.
I am so confused right now.
You're attacking, I think.
Yeah, you should stop us from derailing this for an attack.
Okay. 2 Eldritch Blasts is the one in front of me.
Okay. Cool. Ooh, nice hits.
Not really.
I mean, that's
26.
16 damage.
So that's 16 damage on that one.
Okay.
Boy, isn't it
And-
more?
No, that was with the advantage.
Yeah.
Or with the crit. And my other one,
So it's not 15 plus 3 with the 1 bonus?
No, because he didn't roll. Well, that would be 16.
The plus
damage.
3 is because he would have had a crit,
Right.
Yeah.
but he didn't.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to like understand what it means.
yeah, I got all kinds of pluses and stuff. 20 hits, I assume, right?
Yes, and that is enough damage to where the second blast like hits it in the square in the face, and then like the eldritch energy just sort of sinks into it and like goes down through its body and drops out the bottom, and it just sort of like slumps on the ground.
Ooh.
I would just like to point out that Syrinscape's been really on point this whole session with like stuff happening just as you're describing it. Like you're describing like the thing being blown up and I hear in the background someone screaming. And like there was the really awesome lightning bolt earlier and the people screaming early, like on point today, Syrinscape. I love it.
All right, Rivik, it's your turn. There's one left.
Same thing as before, an intelligence save and then a gut kick.
All right, it's rolling intelligence. It's dead.
Okay. I will refrain from rolling the other thing if it's just dead.
Like you just, its head explodes, like, and that sort of like ruptures its innards, and just like the whole thing ends up exploding over everyone, and you have sort of like zombie goo on you. It's really gross.
Okay.
Rivik, I appreciate your powers and your ability to help us in these situations. Can you control the splatter a little bit better next time?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I asked, he said no. Okay.
Mina writes in her notes, Raylan is
When their heads explode, I have no control over
Got
that.
it.
You can't psychically deflect
Not yet.
or funnel it in one direction.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, so there's a
Wait
possibility.
until I have more meditation time.
So you guys, were standing in front of this house. Some gas came out of it. They were eating something inside. What do?
I want to go in.
Go
We'll
in.
make sure there's nothing alive in there and then carry on towards our destination.
You see a ghastly sight, and
See
basically
what you did there.
Oh.
They were feeding on the remains of a human family that looks like that they perished and didn't make it through Avernus. And give me, anybody in the room, give me a perception check.
Go first,
Perception.
Tiffany.
I am not in there.
15.
Both of you hear a faint
Dramatic
crying.
booms.
Ooh. Both of you hear a faint crying coming from one of the cupboards.
I immediately
I'll
go
rescue
digging
the
through all
small
cupboards.
child. Yes. I'll let
So you
Midnight do
both-
it.
Midnight, Rivik, you kind of come up with your stick just to make sure it's not like something that wants to eat your face. And then Midnight throws open the cupboard, and there's a small child sitting, a young girl, sitting in the cupboard crying. She kind of looks at you, and immediately, like, her face just like brightens up, and she goes, "Kitty!" and just hugs you and like clings onto you and just doesn't
Midnight
let
is
go.
just like hugging her so tightly, like you can tell like there's like some weird flashback going on in her brain while she's hugging this little girl really tight and just kind of like petting the like top of her head, saying it's okay, they can't hurt you anymore.
She's like, "My name's
Like you
Shora.
could tell an
What's
emotional
yours?"
moment's happening.
Aw. She goes,
I want to keep this one.
she's like, "My name's Shora. What's yours?"
My name is Midnight. It's really nice to meet you.
That name's pretty. They were monsters.
Thank you.
And make sure her eyes
Monsters
are
are
covered
really
as
scary.
Midnight walks her out.
Okay, you guys walk her out, and Rhea sort of comes up, and she's like, "I'll watch her." She's like, "No, I wanna stay with the kitty."
Part of her is just like, oh my god. Yes, Ogman has blessed me with child.
Oh God. So Rhea's kind of like, she'll be just right over there. Comes to the disc floats. She's like, "That sounds fun."
Nobody noticed this when we met up with the three people, but I quickly sneeze in the small girl's direction, and with the bottle of holy water that I had in my hand, I just go, "Achoo!" Does anything happen?
No.
Okay, we're good.
The girl's like, "Ew. Gross.
That was perfect.
The ashy girl sneezed on me. Gross." My
It's
name's
okay. She just has really bad allergies.
And actually, by this time, I'm gonna take the cloak off that I've been wearing, and I just like, you just hear me go, as my wings like finally unfold. And, like, I don't gotta worry about anything down here.
There you go. You can still have a like if you do ever get a cloak or something, like your wings just sort of like magically penetrated or whatever. Now, do you have like magical vestigial wings, or do you actually have like wings?
I mean, they're.
Wings.
I imagine them as more like, like astrally wings, but I
Okay.
still try to keep them folded up when I'm, walking around normally.
Yeah, they still kind of operate like wings, and you can control them in that sense. So that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, cool. Yeah. The girl is not a demon, by the way. And Rhea sort of goes and sets her on the lap of the mother, and you guys walk on, and you make your way to the bridge.
Is this a sturdy bridge?
Well, a rift in the earth divides Ethereal into two sections. The riotous din of the battle taking place far below the city is louder here, echoing up and through the jagged open chasm. A bridge 20 feet wide and more than 200 feet long spans the chasm. Holy runes etched onto the stonework of the bridge indicate that the structure has been consecrated in the name of Torm, god of courage and sacrifice. And on the middle of the bridge are 6 infernal creatures stand guard at the center of the bridge, scanning in all directions. And that's where we'll leave it till next awesome time.
Oh, what time is it?
10:30.
Oh, good.
Jeez. 30 already. So we're going to blow up this bridge, right?
I mean, you could.
No. We
No,
kind
I-
of need this
Blow up the
one.
bridge with them on it, and then
Right, and then
Rivik makes a psychic bridge that we walk across.
But what would happen is, in perfect Looney Tunes fashion, when we blow up the bridge, this side would fall down and the other side would stay up.
Okay, then we would crawl back out of the chasm. Chasm?
Chasm.
Chasm.
Jinx.
The bridge
Omiko.
would then be rebuilt again, and we just try a different thing. And then we just do that for 14 to 18 minutes, Just trying different ways of blowing up the bridge.
So, Rayland, I will, since you are talking about blowing up bridges,
Yes.
there's holy runes on it. Just key in on that later.
Oh, there are holy runes.
Holy runes.
Didn't say it was consecrated by Torn.
But there
Consecrated by
are
Torm.
fiends standing on it.
Right. So,
That don't make no sense.
you can think about that one.
Okay.
It does if they're not activated.
Oh.
I think somewhere I forgot to mention that below here there's a raging battle of demons and devils just trying to make their way up into the city.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
you
would
buried that
that was
one.
neglected.
I think I skipped over a description somewhere.
We're
I
all
apologize.
nonchalantly
Right.
strolling through the streets.
The blood.
Oh no,
Wars-
you're in hell. Like there's the blood war rages
I was
below.
gonna say
you.
you're saying the blood war is happening about 100 feet below us right now.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, do you
Alright.
guys hear something? Like,
The fuck is that?
It's just man.
Rivik's
of
like,
noise.
that's just a blood war.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
So-
Everything's fine.
You guys finally made it to hell. You have a magical elephant that you are completely ignoring. A wonderful fuzzy cat with wings, and
That is the best.
that is the best.
that is the best.
Lover
Yeah.
Chops is the greatest ever. I love him.
And so,
And a random ensemble of NPCs and
That took no actions in any of those fights.
yeah.
I mean, when you need Vendetta to do some thiefy stuff, she can. So,
Yeah, but
and
Rhea didn't do anything.
Rhea's guarding the NPCs.
She's guarding the NPCs. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
see?
Slobber Chops is guarding the NPCs. Okay.
And he needs
He's actually
a
with
little
me
help.
now.
Yeah, he needs some assistance. So, everyone, vote for your favorite player tonight. Whoever you vote for will have a cumulative +1 to all rolls of damage next week. So, Steve, since you're on the top of my screen here, who do you vote for?
Oh crap.
He was not
I
prepared.
was not. I usually
He's
just-
never prepared.
I
He
usually
knows
am
this is
actually
coming.
prepared.
Steal whatever other people's answers are. I'm gonna go with. Part of me wants to vote for Tyler because he blew up things with me and dealt a lot of damage, and I appreciate that. However, don't want to give him bonuses to his rolls. No, joking. Actually, I'm gonna go with midnight. I liked that you got to smash a thing with your mace.
I got to
and
hit something for a while.
You held person, that thing that we got to beat the crap out of. And then the caring for the little girl. Was a good moment. So yeah, good night.
Aww.
So
Thank you.
actually on that note, midnight or Tiffany, there's going to be a lot of altars in a place that you're going to. I suggest you pray at all of them. Just
Oh no, that's she's already that is a thing.
or like
Trust me.
regardless of God, I feel like you can just pray to any single one of them and something good might happen. Just a little
Okay.
hint. Dwayne, who's your favorite?
You know, I was actually, I'm torn now because Steve just gave a good reason, but I am going to vote for Tyler for his, jumping in front and taking the brunt of forces for other people. I was gonna vote for Midnight because of the awesome use of Turn Undead, but I gotta go with Tyler. Thank you.
They're just zombies, right? Like it's a given.
I mean, honestly,
But it was perfectly
just to
timed.
be nominated, it means so much to me.
And I know she's been wanting to use that for a while.
Right? Like
I
it's a
really
big
have
moment. I actually totally forgot to even bring that up. But yeah, no, the turn undead was awesome.
I've been wanting to use that for like ever since I was able to like understand what it can do.
It is every cleric's dream to use that. I know when I played with Vessel and he tried to do it, it didn't work. It's like a lot of things that he did.
Oh, Vessel. I love Vessel.
Tyler,
Yes,
who do you vote
Tyler.
for?
Steve.
Steve?
Yep.
Steve gets your vote?
Yep.
Do you want to rethink that?
Nope.
All right.
Is there a
Why does
reason?
Yep.
Steve get your vote?
There is definitely a reason. Shut your mouth, Shield.
All right,
That
nice.
feels like it
Yes.
happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was.
But I
that was-
remembered.
That was a long time ago.
Thank
Tiffany, who gets your vote?
I'm actually going to be voting for Dwayne this one, just
Yes.
because when Kethra took her cloak off, it honestly just kind of like reminded me of that whole flashback moment, like Naruto of like the Lee and Gaara fight, where he just like takes the weights off of his legs and just drops them. And you're like, oh, okay, just a couple of weights, like not a big deal. I just picture like that whole like momentous moment of like finally taking the cloak is just like 1,000 pounds just finally like came off of her back, and she's like, I'm finally free. Oh, like that just
I'm gonna reach my
dramatic
full
moment. As
potential.
simple as it was, I just pictured like a huge dramatic moment of like her wings spreading out far and like being like massive, you know?
Yeah, it definitely had to have been that like the big stretch at the beginning.
Yeah.
So it was like the.
It's like when you see, like, when
cats
you
do
see,
the
like, a
big
bird.
stretch.
Yeah, or like they're just it just felt like it was a good moment for her.
Cool. All right. Awesome being excellent to each other, players. As always, you can find us at social media at Vorpal Tales. You can find me at Space Lord PJs. I also have my doodle website, which I actually have a bunch of doodles now stocked up, so I'm posting those at cartoon.ninja. Everyone, plug your pluggables. What's your Twitter, Instagram, whatever is? Where can people find you? Steve, where can people find you?
Steve at Voodoo Arcade on internet and places. You can find me here at Vorpal Tales mostly, doing awesome gaming stuff on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then running Friday, tomorrow, Mutants and Masterminds 3rd Edition. So tune in for that superhero awesomeness with all of these fine folks and an additional patty shakes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Dwayne, where can people find you?
I am Dwayne. People can find me on the internet at Made of Kimchi. You will find me here Thursdays playing Avernus, and Friday playing. It's not Capes About. What is it? Future Fates now. As Apo Man.
Yeah, so is it Keeps of Valor, Future Fates, or is it Future? Like,
No,
what's the name of the
it's
comic?
Future Fates.
Just
Okay.
Future Fates.
So
Capes
what's
of
the name of
Valor
the
is
comic
gone.
then? Oh,
Future Fates.
Future Fates.
Yes, it is Mutants and Masterminds Third Edition Future Fates, which is the second trade
Okay.
after Capes of Valor.
So the actual comic's name is Future Fates.
Right,
The only
because
thing
remember,
you would ever add to the comic is the team name, so it'd be Eldritch Echoes Future Fates. Until we change it.
Oh,
Right.
so Eldritch Echoes is the name of the book then.
Eventide Eldritch Echoes until we come up with a new one.
No.
We're not.
Okay.
We're not naming it after one specific character like that. Let's with it, the X-Men's not named Xavier. Okay, so
It's a placeholder until somebody actually votes.
Until we
for
actually
Isn't that
the
what
name.
the X stands for though in X-Men?
yeah, it stands for
Xavier's Men?
No,
I mean-
no, because it's like Stanley had
Yes,
a whole.
so
Stanley had a whole thing about how it had a thing.
no,
but it
the
didn't have
X
the same
stands
Oh,
for
there you go.
Xavier.
Seasong
Thank
says the
you.
E-Men.
The E-Man.
The E-Man.
The E-Men.
Sure, I'm down with that. But no, Future Fates is the name of the second trade. 'Cause remember, this book was rebooted. This is a whole different writer.
That's
and
actually
the powers are different.
that's like a really like sexist E-Men. Like, why can't it be E-persons?
individuals.
Don't do this
E-Peeps.
joke.
There you go, E-Peeps.
I'm not doing a joke. I'm serious. Like that's really
the E-Peeps.
the E-Peeps. E-Peeps. What were we doing?
Now I just see, eldritchy green-colored peeps for Easter now.
And like every time you take a bite of it, like some weird green goo comes out of it.
Or screams.
Every other
That's actually
peep
incorrect.
has like a tentacle.
Eventide is a user of uses the powers of the Eldritch Essence to do good, which means it's cerulean blue. It's
Oh.
in Lovecraftian mythos, using it, twisting it to good makes it cerulean blue. So we all look
okay.
like Tiffany's character.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen the sketches I did you?
No.
No, they don't
Oh,
see
no.
him till tomorrow when I
Oh,
line him up in a
shared them.
cheap
Ah,
shot.
okay. All right.
All I
Dwayne,
see is Steve.
yours alone was. Tyler, where can people find you?
I am Eldritch Echoes on the web, and I'm here every time we do stuff, especially on next Wednesday. Come watch us play They Came From Beyond the Grave in support of the Kickstarter for Onyx Path Publishing. Kickstarter starts Tuesday at 2 p.m. Check it out, it's worth it. There's already one archived on their site from this Wednesday,
Cool.
and on our YouTube.
If I can jump right back in and steal part
No.
of Tyler's pluggables, check out the trailer for They Came From Beyond the Grave, released today for that Kickstarter. It is amazing from the very first frame to the last frame. It's awesome.
Okay, that's the point. Yeah. Actually, it is pretty awesome looking. It's actually really good.
Tiffany, where can people find yours?
You can find me here every Thursday and Friday, being awesome and weird, but mostly same thing, same levels of awesome and weirdness. Hanging out with these awesome guys, and you can find me at Inuhimi88 on Twitter. And if you ever feel so inclined to play games with me, I'm on the Xbox. Find me at Pinkie Pie. Hashtag 9490, I think is what my number is. I don't. It's weird. I don't like the whole hashtag system
Who
thing.
am I?
It's dumb. I honestly, I don't know who I am. I really don't know who I am. I'm. If you could help me find out who I am, I would really appreciate it, you guys. Just
She
like
needs a
find
path
me
to
at
self-discovery.
Inuhime88 on Twitter and just help me find me. I would really appreciate
Fantastic
that.
personal plug, actually.
There you go. All right. Well, Snicker Snacks, you don't have to go home, but you can't keep playing this game tonight. Watch us next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Remember to slap that like and subscribe, and for the love of the dice, game on.
Bye.
Bye.